Welcome to the Queen of Hearts, the third chapter. So, when we last left off, Williem was running in the middle of the night about maybe 2 hours before daylight rises, running sort of across the cobblestones, probably on all fours, and darting by gaslights like a wolf as you sort of dash your way into an alleyway. There's a splash of water as you dash past the puddle, harsh labored breath as you cling to a wall and look upwards toward the sky. An owl flies overhead, but Williem knows the owls are not what they seem.
Okay,
what will you do?
I just got Twin Peaks like
that
flash.
was the reference.
Okay.
So, what will you do?
Okay. Well, clearly I can't outrun this owl, or at least.
You might. You're not sure.
Yeah, but I am actually.
You do have advantage in chases, I believe. So
I do.
Outrunning would be plausible, but it has an advantage over you in terms of the fact that it can.
Mm-hmm.
Also, before you consider outrunning it, there's something important to keep in mind. Unlike the owl, you are not nocturnal, and you've been awake for a very long time at this point.
Yeah.
So I wanted to kind of determine how tired you were. So first thing is, I'd like you to make a roll of stamina plus resolve -1. And if you fail, then you'll just get a condition for some form of exhaustion. So but if you succeed, then you're fine.
All right.
And if you crit, then you might get something else. But hopefully you just don't. No.
Oh, it's 4 dice. I might crit. One success.
One success. Okay, that's good enough. You don't suffer a condition. So you're not extremely tired.
Right.
You're running, but you stop for now, so you're taking a rest, but you're not exhausted from staying up all night and doing this weird ritual and all this stuff. So you're able to hold together. So you're at a good amount of strength where you believe that it is plausible for you to probably outrun this thing, but it's kind of up to you what you prefer to do. But it's definitely possible for you to do
that. Let's see here.
Switch over to you.
I mean, I'm kind of thinking like I could try to take this thing down, but I'm also worried that would like kind of point out like, hey, William's here, because like if the owl doesn't return, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I do. You could you have knowledge of their sort of what's not policies and their operations, because you were with. So you could make a roll to determine what might happen.
I would like to do that.
Do you have politics, or am I thinking of something else?
You are thinking of something else.
Okay, so what would I have you roll then for, like, knowledge of? I guess it would be intelligence, but then I'm wondering what skill it would be, because logistics is more in politics. What do you have, Dustin? That would make sense.
In mental, I have investigation and medicine.
You know what? I'm okay with you using investigation to kind of figure out, like, okay, what might happen if I do this. Kind of just think about it.
I will do that.
And plus, you know this.
Yeah, I get my bonuses. So that is...
Because investigation does involve, like, putting pieces together.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that.
Do I get my clarity bonus?
No.
All right.
That's only for if you're using your perception. And your, I think your threes, your critical only counts if you're investigating Fey, which in this case you are. So it would, if you get 3 successes, it would count.
All right. So That's 3 successes.
Okay. So you do. I'm not going to give you a condition necessarily, but I will give you a good idea of what what would likely happen because you are aware of their operations. So if you were to actually take this owl out, it might not necessarily seem as if it was your fault. You could. It would be safer if you just outran it, obviously, because if it comes back and if it sees you at all, that's going to cause a problem. So
So it hasn't actually seen me, or
the more relevant problem is that if it sees you, it's more likely just going to return immediately. So if you got rid of it, it would disrupt the flow of communication more.
okay.
It's not going to be. It's not like if it's scouting, and you know this. If it's scouting, it's not going to directly engage with you. If you take it out, that'll end up in the long term giving you more time because they won't get information back for a while that something's happened.
Yeah.
If it sees you and you let it go, it's going to be even worse than if you were to kill it.
I thought it already saw me, so
No, you're not sure if it's seen you already, but if it gets, what I'm saying is if it has already seen you and it gets away, then you're screwed.
All right. So
if you kill it, then it'll delay the flow of information, not by a long period, but you might have you might have more time than if you had let it go just without.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to 7 league leap at it.
Sure. So you're going to jump in the air toward it to try to get an ambush. Am I assuming that correctly?
Yes.
Okay. Sure. So just give me a sec first. Before you can ambush it, you're going to need to make a roll to ambush it first. And then if you succeed on that, then I'll let you make the other part of the roll.
All right. So
actually, no, you do the jump first and then the ambush. So let's do it in that order because that would make more sense.
Okay.
Because you might be able to jump at it and still attack it and then not get the ambush. But if you fail to jump, then you can't ambush it either way. So let's start with 7 league leap. How high does that let you go? Because it's in the air above you, maybe about, maybe 3 or 4 stories up. It's not. It's like 30 or 40 feet in the air. It's not going to be an easy jump for you to make.
Okay. Clear 10 times weird yards with a strength and athletics leap.
Oh, okay. So 10 times weird yards, that'd be 10 yards. That'd be like 30. Yeah, so you'd be able to get up there. Sure. Right. I said 30 to 40, so yeah, you'd be able to make it. But you need to make the check, I believe.
Yeah.
Does it cost you glamour or is it free?
Yes, it does cost me glamour.
So you're going to pay that.
It costs a willpower also, I believe.
You can check the cost on that. I'm not sure.
Well, let me look at the loophole. Okay. No, I don't have boots newly stolen from an enemy. So.
Nope. It is not wearing boots either, so that does not help.
I'm like, darn it, all my enemies are animals.
Well, some of them might wear boots, like, that cat.
Yeah. All right, so I'm at 3 willpower and 7 glamour.
Yep.
All right, and then I make a strength and athletics leap.
Yeah, just don't fail.
Yeah.
I am a bit at lost. What is going on exactly right now?
So Williem is trying to. Okay, so let me back up. So William's gentry sends out animal scouts.
Oh.
That are hobgoblins, and Williem is aware that these animals are looking for him. So he is trying to attack this owl because he believes it might be a scout for his gentry.
Okay.
And he has a contract that lets him jump into the air, and he's going to try to ambush it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is 2 successes.
Okay, so that's good enough. So you So yeah, you leap into the air, and I'm gonna see if you actually get a surprise. So we have to roll contested on that. So what I want you to roll is I want you to roll your. I just had it. I want you to roll your wits composure, and then I'm gonna contest with my roll. I just have to go get it. It's cool.
Yeah. I'm rolling a lot of these 60-10s with all these rolls.
Well, it should be. You mean 6? Yeah, 60-10. Okay.
Yeah.
3.
That is 2 successes.
Okay, I have 5 dice. So let me roll that real quick. Yeah. So let me just copy, and then I'll add. I'll make it 5. Hopefully, it doesn't get more than 2. I think. Oh, I didn't put roll. I am dumb. Okay, let me try that again.
You fool.
Roll. Okay, there you go. So you do. So basically, yeah, what this scene is you're in the alleyway. You kind of see it flying overhead. So you leap upward into the night sky, and as you're like kind of, careening over this building top, you can see this owl like flying kind of lower, and so you jump like right behind it. And are you just gonna like? What do you do once you have that moment where you're like right behind it, and we're framing you like right behind this thing, like in the darkness?
Mm-hmm.
Like what is that? What are you doing?
Well, I could use my I am going to let's see here. I have some choices.
Yes.
Could do. I'm actually just going to grab at it with my teeth and like kind of like shake my head, like kind of like try to break one of its bones, like.
Sure. So that's going to be unarmed combat. It does not get defense because it's surprise. So it's going to be strength plus brawl, and then anything you'd like to add to that.
Yeah, I would like to throw a willpower into that.
Sure. Go ahead. So that'll give you 3 dice.
Yes. All right.
Do you get bonus from your teeth or your claws because you have lethal main? Or no, you don't have lethal main, but do you get a bonus from the teeth?
Just that they do lethal.
Okay, that's fine. Did you want to target, actually, so before you roll, did you want to target their wing?
Actually, wait, I do have something that also...
Because you did do a cold shot for that.
Yeah, and actually I get a bonus from that because I have Killer Instinct.
So what does Killer Instinct give you for this?
Oh, never mind. I would have to spend a turn to actually like look at it first and then target the thing.
Right. Well, we can assume that you did that.
Okay.
I mean, you had sort of a turn to jump, and then this would be...
Yeah, so I can either...
You were looking at it before, so I'm okay with assuming that you have a bonus here.
Yeah, I can either ignore 3 dots of armor, 3 dots of points of defense, or convert the bonus into lethal. So I'm going to do the ignore 3 defenses.
Yeah, it already doesn't get defense, but you're going to target its wing, so that's going to be a -2 penalty.
All right.
So basically +1 from your willpower.
Yeah. Which now that still gives me 5 dice.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just like thinking here, like.
No, it's fine. Take your time.
Yeah, I might just say fuck it and not aim. Just kind of generally bite at it. Get my full thing.
Either way, it's up to you.
Yeah. I need to get what's it, finesse or something that makes my dexterity my main attack stat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because strength is my shit stat.
Well.
Oh.
What do you get? Oh, the 0?
0.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you failed.
It's not a crit fail, though.
No, it's not. Do you want to make it a crit fail?
That is a good question. I am 1 beat away from my first experience.
Yeah, you could guarantee that right now if you want. Get it right away.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of the. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, sure. So take a beat.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what happens.
I get 1 experience.
So here's what happens. Okay. So you leap up into the air, right? And you claw, like, you try to grab it and you kind of claw, downwards, right? So what happens is it like shrieks. You catch a glimpse of its eyes as its head kind of turns slightly, and it dips underneath your attack. And as it does that, you feel a strange sensation kind of pass over you, like this weird fog clouding your mind as its eyes gaze into yours. These piercing green eyes affect your mind in some deep way that you're not entirely sure of. So I'm going to have you roll something for me here.
All right.
It's going to be, let me grab it. I want you to make me a Wits Resolve roll.
All right, Wits Resolve.
Your Indomitable would count towards this.
All right, so that would give me 2. All right.
Wits plus Resolve.
Yeah, plus the Indomitable. So.
Yep. Where did I put it? It's going around.
1 success.
1 success. Okay, that's good enough.
Yeah, like these are scary rolls.
That is good. Okay, then on top of that, so after it kind of clouds your mind, you as you're in midair, you're kind of fighting back, but you're distracted, so you fall downwards towards the ground. So I'd like you to make a Dex Athletics, please.
All right, the thing I'm actually good at.
Yeah.
All right, so that is another 7. All right.
Here we go.
That is 1 success. My God, these are scary rolls.
So let me check to see if you take damage from falling, because I'm not sure if 1 success is enough. I think it is, but I'll double check. Here, falling. 20. Yeah, so it says blah blah flat falling 30 meters. No, okay. Character is the attempt to Dex Athletics roll. Each success on the roll, reducing the damage takes by. Oh, okay, good. Inflicts by per 3 meters. Okay, so give me a sec. I have to convert. So that's 9 meters. So 3. So you're going to take 2 bashing as you hit the ground.
May I arrive in that scene and
Sure.
And try to catch him with celerity before he falls?
Okay, sure. I'll allow it. Yeah. Because
Okay.
you would see him in the air and falling. So if you could use celerity to interrupt and then just go in. Yeah, I'll allow it. Sure.
I spend the Vita 8 for that?
Yeah. And then you'll just roll probably the same, strength, maybe strength here to, like, I don't know, hold him. But it might also be Dex, depending on whatever's better for you here. But
that would be Dex for me.
Okay, so Dex Athletics then. That makes sense. You have to get to him in time and grab him.
Okay, so that would be 4 dice.
Don't worry, I got you. You got me, but who's got you?
May I spend the willpower?
Yep, you can spend willpower.
Okay, so that will make 4, 6, 7, 8 dice.
Cool.
Let's see if I can catch you.
You need 2 successes to catch him completely.
5 successes.
5 successes.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
You're the one who stole my luck. Okay.
So what I'll do here is I will give you a
Crowd goes
condition.
wild.
I'll give you a condition. I'll call it momentum, and it'll be +2 to dex-based rolls because you have momentum here.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. So you get a lot of momentum. You're running down the street. You're moving, like Sonic. Well, you're not moving Sonic speed, but you're moving like you get a lot of momentum going. So you not only catch him, but you're catching him and you're still running. So you catch him and you're still running with him in your arms, and he's like looking up and he sees the owl like screeching. It's flying in the air and it's kind of diving around. And you can see it's looking for, like, it's kind of scanning the area and like trying to reorient itself. But you are definitely sure after your encounter with its eyes that it's definitely not a normal owl of any kind. Mm-hmm. So as you're kind of being held by Lisa, what do?
I am going to.
So I'm not going to go into initiative yet. I'll keep this going. So we'll do. Yeah, just give you guys a beat here, a moment.
Yeah, I'm going to use my elemental weapon and try to basically turn the wind into a bow and arrow type thing and shoot at it.
Okay, let me just check to see if that's possible real quick, and then I'll get back to you on that.
I asked him while catching him, are you all right?
As you catch me? Yeah. I need to kill that owl.
Why would you want to kill an owl? Is that a Strix?
Owl seen me. He'll report back to her.
I am not sure I understand, but if you say so.
Yeah, so you can make a bow. You have to spend. So it would take you 2 turns to do this. Because you can only. So it would take you 2 turns to create the weapon, but you can still do it.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll do the.
You can only spend 1 glamour per turn, so to be able to spend both, unless you have the catch, which is or not catch. It's loophole now. The loophole is you perform a showy trick with the. You don't have any wind around you unless you want to have the wind that wouldn't really count. You have the wind flying around you right now, but I don't know what you'd do with that. You could choose a different element, but it'd be difficult, But for wind right now, I don't really know how you'd work that into a thing.
I was thinking, could I have the wind turn into a tornado around my arm and then turn into a bow?
Well, see, that would for example, it's talking about if you light, you have a lighter and then you do some flame juggling, you'd have to be able to naturally kind of.
Oh, okay, it has to be naturally. Okay.
Yeah, you don't just get to because that would be unfair. So it would take you 2 turns to make the weapon, but you could do it.
Could I whistle? That's a showy trick that with wind.
No, sorry. That's a good idea though, but no, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, all right. So it'll take 2 turns, you say?
Yeah, and then we'd have to go into initiative for that.
Okay. Well, I'll do the. So is it 1 willpower for each dot also?
No, it's just 1 glamour you'd have to spend initially, and then the second would be another glamour the next turn.
Okay, I thought I also had to spend a willpower.
No, you don't need to spend willpower for this.
Okay, so I have 3 willpower.
Yeah, right. just glamour. So you just have to spend a glamour, and then we'd go into initiative.
All right.
So yeah, what you see, Lisa, is he is starting to form the wind is rushing around both of you as you're moving, and you see the wind around him forming into some kind of object. This, somehow, you're not sure how that works.
I have never seen such a discipline before.
And so now I'm going to roll initiative. So what I'd like is, unless Erravok is coming in, you don't need to roll. I'm going to just do everyone's initiative. So Williem, you can roll first. I'm going to roll for the owl, and then I'll have Mikhail roll as well.
Mikhail is there?
Yeah, he was with you. So if this is happening, I'm assuming he's also near. He's not he's not with you physically right now, but he's around.
So I don't understand. I don't roll initiative?
No, you do. You roll initiative. Yes. Okay. I'm just saying he would also have to roll as well.
It's wits composure, right?
No, it's 1d10 plus your initiative modification.
Yeah, the modifier. Do you not have the modifier listed?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Well, Erravok's with that chick, so unless she's
Right.
A,
Yeah.
B.
No, she's not. So you would be off in the. Okay.
Oh, 1d10 plus.
Oh
sorry.
wow. I got 14.
I made a mistake. Okay. Oops.
No, that's fine. Then I'm gonna roll for him.
This is the weird one where it's like, oh, I roll the opposite of what I normally roll.
Yeah. Let's see. He gets to roll.
16.
Initiative is going to be, where's initiative? Derived initiative plus 1 competence. Okay, so he's going to have plus 6 also. Okay.
And I wasted my good roll on the fake initiative.
Well, you won.
Well, I know, but I also like got a lot of 10s.
Oh, you got 6s. You got 6 successes on the fake roll. Okay, so it's going to be, you're up first.
All right. So I guess my second turn.
Your turn was that, so you were doing that, and then it would go to because that was what that turn was. So the turn was you spending the glamour to make the thing. Then the next person would be, Mikhail, but he doesn't like immediately like use celerity. He's just like he sees you take off, and he's like, "Oh, okay." He hasn't really figured out what's happening yet, but he kind of he is like looking up, and he hears the bird or the owl, so he's like, huh? So he's gonna roll like a occult to see, or academics to see if he knows anything. He's gonna make an intelligence roll to see if he can figure out like what's going on here.
If I make a perception roll to look for something to throw around, does this take an action?
I'm gonna say no. If you're just like searching around, no, it's not gonna take your full turn. But
okay,
that's fine. That's what he's doing. But
I will still wait my turn anyway.
Yeah. He's gonna roll.
I don't need to. I could just use celerity to strike first, but I won't do it.
He looks toward the owl, and he definitely notices that it's not like, this isn't normal for this region, this area. Like there shouldn't be an owl in the city like this. So I'm presuming since he's your mentor, he would also have celerity. So he's probably gonna, start moving toward you, but he's not gonna do it like immediately.
Okay.
But he's behind you now, so he's like trying to catch up to where you are, but you're already like way ahead of him because you're both moving very fast. But he's trying to move to where you are. And then the owl gets to go, so it's going to try to escape. So I'm going to start a chase with them, unless you're going to attack it, obviously. So that's going to be a different type of roll. But it's going to try to escape, so I'm going to calculate how many successes it needs to do that, if you don't mind.
Okay.
So I know how far. So what's your speed, Williem?
My speed is 13.
Okay, and then what is Lisa's speed when she's using celerity? Just so I know.
Oh, me, you mean?
Yeah. What's your speed when you're using celerity?
Give me a second.
Sure, because I think it increases. I don't know if it still increases your speed, but I know in first edition it did.
Well, I need to spend one vitae to activate it, but when I do, it gives me 18 speed.
Okay, 18. So then that would be that'd be bad for it. So then I'm gonna do. That would be. So then it'd be.
Oh, actually, is this a new scene? My 7 leap lead.
No, this isn't a new scene. It's the same scene.
Okay, so I would have plus 10 to my speed for the scene.
Oh, okay. From the leap.
Yeah.
So you're at 23 then.
Yes.
Okay.
Also,
cool.
The 18 speed only works for one turn after that.
Right. But he's already for Williem. Is it for you also one turn, or is it just for the whole scene?
For the whole scene.
Okay, so you're also moving very fast. Great. So that's going to give it a penalty. So that's going to be 11. And then the initiative modifier, if I can look at that in the chat real quick. So you all have 6, right? Yeah, we had the joke the last time. You guys all have the same. And they all have the same. So that's not going to affect it in any way. Character no. So no, that's going to be another penalty.
Oh, and I also take the edge, apparently?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You have the edge already.
Okay. Well, I take it again.
Size is lower. Yeah, so that's going to be another penalty. So it's going to be... So it's going to get a -1. Or -3, sorry.
Oh, actually, I should have rolled for my elemental weapon.
Oh, you roll when it's finished.
Oh, okay.
So you're good. You didn't it didn't finish casting yet, so you don't need to roll.
Okay.
I'm going to have it roll, but it's going to take a -3 penalty here to just try to escape. And it doesn't need just one success; it needs a few. But it's not really at a huge advantage because you guys are moving very fast. And even though it's in the air, it gets a slight advantage for that, but not enough to make up for the disadvantage.
So just to clarify, it's not flying right enough that we couldn't strike it with melee weapons?
It is flying, like, it's right now maybe 25, 30 feet in the air. It might have dipped a little bit because of the combat, but it's not low enough for you guys to hit it with melee weapons.
Okay, so we still need to use longer range weapons.
Yes. So that's gonna.
I made a bow. I realized I probably would be bad at doing.
So it's gonna be 7 minus 4 dice. Okay. Okay, so that's gonna be 1 success, and I roll 1. Okay, so so it's like it's trying to move higher in the air and like curve around the buildings and such, but you guys are keeping up with it very easily because you guys are moving way faster than it on the ground with super speed.
Okay.
So then it's going to go to the next person's turn, which I believe would be it would go back to Williem. So then you spend the second glamour. Now you spend another glamour and then you make the roll.
Okay. I've already accidentally spent the glamour, so I will make the roll.
Go ahead.
Presence plus survival. All right.
Plus you're weird, so you get 1.
So 6 dice.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
And if you get more than 1 success, you can increase the properties of the weapon.
All right. Oh my god, I am not getting any luck with these.
Oh my goodness. Well, do you want to make that a botch?
No, I do not want to make that a botch.
Okay. So, so you're moving very quickly, Lisa's still carrying you, things are still happening. You're trying to keep your eye on it and form this weapon, but like as you do, the wind is flying around everywhere and you can't really get a good hold of it, and it just kind of you can't form the shape correctly, and you aren't able to concentrate, and you're also moving really fast, so it's like it just whooshes and the wind kind of leaves you behind, but you were able to hold it for a bit and then it just didn't materialize fully. So now it goes back to
Oh, does
Mikhail.
that use up my entire turn? I can't start to chase after it?
If you wouldn't. No, that would be your turn. Yeah, because you did an instant action to do it. Because I don't think it's reflexive. Yeah, it's instant, so it takes your whole turn to try to form it. Yeah. So Mikhail is going to try to chase after the owl now. So he's going to make a roll, and he gets a bunch of bonuses because he has celerity and such. So I'm going to roll. Or him. Was he 7? I think he had a higher initiative. Yeah, he has higher initiative. So he's going to get +2, and he knows the territory. So that's going to be +3 for him. So that while this guy gets -3, he gets +3. Basically. So I'm gonna roll for him, and then he gets. Let's see. He's gonna have around, let's say, maybe 2 plus 5 plus 1, so like 6. Yeah, 6 dice is enough. Okay, so that's going to be he rolls 10, so 1d10. Okay, so 2 successes for him. So I'll just put this on the OOC real quick, just so I have a map of the number of successes. So Mikhail has 2. Al has 1. So he's like actually ahead of Lisa right now. So he goes in front of you. And he actually, like, while you're, I'm not sure if celerity, like, lets you think faster or talk faster, too. But I'm just going to assume, like,
it doesn't allow you to think faster of its own. You need devotions for that.
But can he talk to you, like, while you're both in celerity? Does that?
I
would assume so. So, like, I'll just assume, as he's passing by, he's like, watch out, that thing is definitely supernatural. And then just like runs past you.
All right.
Yeah, that's a really good point. You know, thinking about the whole speaking fast and whatnot. It's like I can't help but think of Dragon Ball. It's like the action is going on in a split second, and they're talking like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Right. But I'm just gonna assume he can speak to you. He can't think faster, but he can like speak to you while he's running. So yeah. So he runs past, trying to catch up to it, and then and so it'd go back to you, Lisa. I think, right? It was.
Yes.
Yeah. So what are you doing while you're holding him?
Okay, so first, if it doesn't take me my action, I will use a perception roll to look for something to grab that I could throw at the...
Okay. Yeah, you don't need to roll for that. So you can pick up something to throw, like an improvised weapon, yeah. You don't need to roll for that.
Okay, well, okay.
Like a rock or like a pipe or something, yeah. You're in an alleyway, so you can find like a bunch of garbage.
Okay, then
whatever.
I grab whatever is coming in handy and I throw it at the hole.
Okay, cool. So it's still going to get, that's going to be, let me go grab my combat things. Combat. So that's going to be a range. So that's going to be, I think it's strength athletics, if I'm correct. And then minus its.
Oh, crap.
I have to double check. It might be dex. Ranged combat. Oh, thrown weapon is dex. Yeah, dex plus athletics minus defense.
Much better.
Yeah. So its defense is, let me get it for you. It's going to be 6 defense, though.
So can I spend my momentum condition to get +2 in dex?
Yes, that's correct.
So I remove the condition and I get a bit?
That's correct.
Okay. Well, let's go for that.
Sure. I'm assuming you're putting him down while you're throwing this? Or
obviously.
Okay, so you put Williem down, and then you pick up like a maybe like a trash can or something, and just chuck it.
Okay, so that would be 1 bit, and I get +2 in dex.
Yeah.
So
dex plus athletics minus 6.
Oh, so I have 3 dex. 1 athletics, +2 thanks to the conditions.
So right now you're at chance die, I think. And then,
exactly 0 if I am not wrong.
Yep.
Can you spend a willpower and...
I didn't want to do that right
away. Though, because that would give him 2.
I didn't want to do that right away, but I will spend 1 vitae and 1 willpower.
Okay. So that'll give you 5.
Exactly. But I have only 1 willpower left, so I hope that wasn't fun.
Let me just check improvised weapons real quick if you're improvised.
Oh, yeah, you have the...
6 full attack. The weapon takes the same amount of damage as it. Yeah, so it might just break. Okay, that's not a big deal.
Okay, so I roll 5d10.
Yeah, 5d10.
I cross my finger. 2 successes.
Not bad. Let me just check. I need to get an equivalent, size here for something like this. Because I'm assuming it's like something that's pretty big, like a pipe or something.
I will let you decide that.
Yeah, handhold object or tool. It doesn't really matter. It's probably just like a size 1 kind of object. So like basically you throw like a big chunk of something at it, like a trash can or like a rock, and you are gonna hit it, but then it just like you can't use it. It just shatters into pieces as it like collides with this owl, and it's kind of sputtering as it's kind of dipping down. So now it's maybe only about 20 feet as it kind of curves across one of the buildings, like nearly hitting it as it glides over, rooftop.
Okay.
So I will put that here. Let me go to my out of character, and then I'll put a mark next to it. Okay. Back to, I think it's now going to be the owl, right? I had to check I should have put the turn order in the main thing. I think that would have been better.
Was that Mikhail chap doing anything?
No, that's what I'm looking at, because no, the owl goes first, and then it's him, and then Lisa goes last, so I did that wrong. So it should be Williem, and then the owl, and then Mikhail, and then Lisa. But that's okay. I'll just make sure I do that right next time. Let me just put it here so that I have it. So it's Williem.
Okay.
And then the owl. And then Mikhail. And then so I'm going to roll for the owl just to see if it gets any further. But I'm going to give it it's not wounded enough to take a penalty, so it's still going to just roll normally. But it has the same penalties as before. So that's going to be like, what? Oh, yeah, I did the math already. So I'll give it like it was 4. Okay. So it's going to be... I roll 1 here. Okay, so that's just going to give it, it's just going to tie it with Mikhail, so they're like neck and neck basically, and then he's going to get to roll again to try to catch up with it.
All right.
And then you get to make your move. But he's still trying to catch it.
So I'm going to try to, now I'm actually going to be in this chase.
Sure, you're going to get involved in the chase now.
Yeah. So.
So you have the edge. So what are you declaring as the
thing to roll?
Yes, please.
Well,
technically Mikhail gets to choose because he was the one chasing first, and he got more successes than you, and because you didn't make the bow. So it's just going to be Dex Athletics.
Okay, well that's what I was going to do anyway.
Yeah.
Bonus for my chases. So
sure, I'm just saying that.
Oh, actually, I get a lot of shit for chases.
Yeah.
Look at all my things. 2 successes needed against you in a chase. Oh no, okay, that's the only thing I get. That's right. I'm building more for chases. So. All right. So that is.
Okay, so it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so Mikhail just crit trying to catch this thing. So he's probably going to catch it, but then I need to see if you do as well.
Yeah, all right. 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. Just see if I got any other bonuses.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what you do, because you're really good at this.
Mm-hmm. Do I get anything for my ridiculous speed?
You're gonna get a let's see, your speed is 18, yeah, so you're gonna end up with a plus
23.
plus 1. Yeah, plus 1 from that.
All right.
On the roll itself, yeah. You get plus 1 from the speed. You get, and I think that's it for you because you're not as familiar with this area. You're new to London, so.
Right. So that's at least.
You do get plus 1 for the speed, though.
That's 90-10.
Yep. Okay. And then what
Oh
do you...
my god!
Please don't tell me you make 0 successes.
What did
0 successes!
2 successes. That's not... 0 successes. Ah, that's unbelievable. Well, if you want to botch here, I'm totally okay with that.
I thought he could only botch once per session.
Oh, it's once per... Let me check. Is it once per scene or is it once per session? I'll check. I think it is like limited, but I'll check again.
What the fuck happened to my luck
Failure
today?
determines... No, yeah, it doesn't say once per session. It just says he can just choose.
My bad.
No, it's fine. It's a good question.
I mean, I might as well
Okay.
critically botch because this is ridiculous.
Let me go with Chase then. Let me see what happens to you. Okay. What I'm going to say actually is Mikhail's like, wait, I think you bump right into him.
Oh.
And he like falls over.
Yes.
Because you're both running like super fast at each other. So you like bump into him. You're going to take some damage from the collision. You're going to take 2 bashing from that.
All right.
Bump into him slightly, and then he's like, what the? Oh, hello. Could have warned me next time. I left my arrows at home, so we're going to have to figure out some way to get it down. Any ideas?
Oh, sorry, I thought he was on the address.
Yeah, he was talking to Williem. He's like, you have any ideas? We need to get it down.
You could try the bossing again.
I was actually thinking I could turn into an owl also.
That would also be possible.
I'm just thinking, how many turns does it have until it escapes?
It could be next turn, but it is on its way out, and you've halted it slightly, but no one's actually damaged the wing directly, so it's difficult to actually stop it from getting away. Because Lisa did, it's not moving as fast as it was before, but it's actually just looking for an exit at this point.
Mm-hmm. So, try to slow it down. I can take it out in the air.
Okay, I'm wondering if Lisa, if you can make a ranged weapon with with your ritual, or if it only allows you to make melee specifically. Because if it doesn't say, I'm okay with you just making like a thing.
I think it's only melee.
Melee. I'm pretty sure it's only melee, but
I will check just in case.
If it just says weapon, then technically it could be either, and that'd be great.
Actually, near the an owl's habitat.
It's a 2DL weapon. It doesn't specify if it's
Okay,
melee.
so then you could make it into a ranged if you'd like.
I guess I could.
Let's see, whose turn is it right now? Sorry, so Dustin, what were you asking?
Are we close to the an owl's habitat?
Mikhail would tell you, he's like, I'm not sure why there's an owl in this area. They don't belong in this habitat.
Never mind then. I can't do it for free.
Like he would specifically say, like, I don't know why it's here. It shouldn't be here. I don't think it's a normal owl. And he starts going off into a sprint again, trying to build up speed. He kind of leaves you behind.
Yeah.
Let me check. I have my right. Oh, I made a bunch of dice rolls here. So we have, Mikhail was just running after him. Then, it'd be Lisa. So you can choose what you want to do with your weapon now.
Okay, well, I will form a bow and try to shoot at that thing.
Sure, good idea. You could technically make a gun too if you'd like, because it's a 2 lethal. You could make like whatever ranged weapon you'd like.
Yeah, well, let's go for a gun. It's not like it would change much since I have
No.
the firearms, but
Yeah, exactly. So you just make like this. It's not like a complex firearm, but you make like this thing where you can shoot like blood. I'm imagining freaking Dead Man Wonderland now, where they just shoot blood out of their bodies and stuff.
all right.
I'm pretty lenient with this stuff, as you've noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, that means I cannot use my specialization since it's a weaponry one.
But you still get a because you don't have interdisciplinary, but you can use it as a ranged weapon as long as you use that skill. And it doesn't get defense against firearms, so that could be good for you here.
Wait, I use weaponry instead of firearm, but it still counts as a firearm?
Oh, is it? No, I was saying you would use firearms here, and it wouldn't
Okay,
get defense.
Just sorry.
No, it's fine. It's a mistake.
Okay, well, I form again and I shoot at that damn owl.
Right. That's what I was saying. Yes. So you can do that.
Okay, so that would be 3 minus 1 because I have no dots in firearms.
Right.
2 dice.
2 dice. Yes.
I will spend another vitae to raise to 4 dice.
Good idea.
And should I spend the willpower? I only have 1 left.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
But it's up to you.
4 dice it is then.
I mean, personally, I would because I've been rolling like shit today. So
It doesn't help. Well, they're the ones rolling pretty good, so I think they're going to be fine.
I don't know. 4 dice, I am not betting on it. But it's worth trying.
Are you aiming for, question, are you aiming for the wing or are you just trying to shoot it? Because then you only get 2
I'm
dice.
just trying to shoot it.
Okay.
If I try to aim
That's
for
fine.
the wing, I will get another penalty and I can't afford that.
Right, okay, I'm just asking. Okay, so 4. Let's see how you
1
do.
successes.
Okay, that's not nothing. I will mark that. Let me just...
1 successes and my weapon, my scourge has 2 damage.
Oh, okay, so then it'll do 3.
3 lethal damage.
Nice. Okay, so this blast of like blood fires out of your gun, and it hits it like direct impact. You see this splash of blood in the air, like red against black, and it falls even further towards the ground. And you see Mikhail. He doesn't really have a weapon with him directly, so he just kind of dives, towards it to try to like grab at it. So he's gonna roll strength athletics. I'll give him let's say 6, and then I don't know if celerity gives him like any kind of bonus for that, but I'll give him 1 anyway. So that'll be like 7. Oh, because he does get bonus speed and stuff. So it'll be. Oh wait, is it? No, it's Lisa then Williem. So Williem, you get to go, but that's what he's doing. So he's like diving towards the owl, but you get to go first.
yeah, I'm just thinking if there's any real reason to turn into an owl anymore, because that's going to take 2 turns. And
No, it would take too long, and he'd be either captured or dead by then. You could just attack it because it's close enough to you where you can like. You don't have to 7 leagues leap in the air, but if you
I will just attack it then.
It's like 10 feet in the air now, maybe. So you can just like hop and then.
It's just a hop, skip, and jump.
Yeah. I'm not going to make you roll to hit it from that angle. You might take a small penalty because it's like a little bit in the air, but that's more from the defense that it has. So that'll be 5 defense. And then I'll check to see if it takes wound penalties. I don't think that applies to defense, though.
Yeah.
Defense by 2.
I think my killer instinct is still enacted.
I think it's going to act. It's going to dodge, actually.
Oh.
It's going to try to dodge both of you. If that's okay.
Yeah, I'm just asking, is my killer instinct still like?
How does that work? Is it?
Let's see. You can take an instant action to see.
Yeah, so you'd have to spend an action. So no, it's only.
Well, I mean, Didn't we already say that it counted for when I was...
Right, but you need to do it each time you activate it, I think. Unless it says for the whole scene, because usually that would mean that you have to stop and examine, and then if you do something else, you have to stop
Let
and
me
examine.
look at the actual wearing, because this is the shorthand.
Yeah. I'll look too.
Alright, Killer Instinct Merit.
But it's definitely going to start dodging now.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I'm going to.
I was about to ask how many elves does it have, but you won't tell because.
No, I cannot tell you that. I'm sorry.
Oh, never mind.
I'd love to, but I can't. Oh, wait.
Why is Kara showing us a Fallout character?
I have to check to see. Lethal. I think it might actually just come unconscious. I don't think it can dodge. Speaking of that, I was like, I can't tell you what else, but actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think it might actually be down. Let me check the. Sorry, yeah. So Dustin, hold on a sec, because I need to check if it passes out.
All right.
You still get your turn though, so you can. You still get to do your thing.
All right. Well, I will still attack it because
right.
Fuck this bird.
Okay, no. So it automatically marking damage, full health tracks. Okay, the character right mouse bashing, blah blah blah. Fill with lethal takes existing. Take the leftmost box. Lethal. I'm putting it so the character is filled with. Yeah, so if it's filled with lethal, then the damage mark says he takes another point each minute. But wait, so I thought you just had to roll to get it unconscious? I guess not anymore. No, so you still have to kill it because it's not dead yet.
All right. So I will just jump up and attack it, and I'll spend a willpower so I can actually get dice.
Yeah, okay. It's going to...
Can I also spend a glamour, or...
No.
All right.
You can only spend glamour on specific things.
All right.
Unlike vampires, they can spend
Yeah.
vitae to boost physicals.
So that's 4.
But it's going to dodge whatever you're doing, so...
5, 3, 7 dice. Please, for the love of God, let me hit something.
So you need to get over... You just need more than 1. Okay, you got 1?
I got 2. Well, I mean, if I need to get over 1, then yeah, I got over it.
Yeah. So that'll give it... That's... Yeah, at that point, it's very badly hurt. You manage to, like... You're not pinning it to the ground, but you just slice it, and you can see that now it's, like, bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's blood on it, and Lisa's blood on it, and there's blood everywhere. And then you kind of add to that, and now it's like actually like, you know, you bring it way closer to the ground, and then Mikhail just tries to leap on top of it.
Wouldn't that trigger a frenzy roll?
For him, probably, yeah. For both of you, yeah, probably. I'll wait till your turn, but I'll have to roll for frenzy for him, yeah.
Okay.
Good call on that one. I'm just going to check to see if it can dodge. So he needs 2 successes. I'll check if he frenzies first, and then I will check to see. Okay, large wound. Yep. Let's see. So, no. Destruction of property, no. Expecting provocation, no. Hungry, no. He ate already. Inside burning, is assaulted, no. On Elysium grounds, technically you're off the Elysium now, so no. Seeing massive open wounds, so he gets a -1. That's about it, though. And he's not wounded.
Blood everywhere. Sounds like a very fun evening.
So then resolve composure -1. So I'm gonna check his willpower real quick. It's gonna be willpower is willpower optional is equal to their. So he's gonna have 4 dice to resist frenzy. And I don't think he wants to ride the wave here, so He could. Actually, that might be what he wants to do, actually. I'll check to see. Yeah, because he just needs to spend willpower for that. Riding a wave. Spend a willpower roll. Make the normal roll. The willpower point does not add. Success holds off the frenzy. She can continue to do so until it fails. Runs out of willpower. Reaches 5 successes. She rides the wave. Yeah, so he's going to try to ride the wave here. That is 1 success. So that means that he holds off the frenzy. And he needs to keep doing that, obviously.
Until he gets sufficient success to ride the wave?
Yeah, correct. So he's diving towards this thing. He's not in frenzy. And he's going to do his normal kind of move here to just kind of dive at it and grab it. So that's going to be a grapple roll. Get the grappling rolls, guys. Grapple is strength roll, so that's going to be... Well, and it dodged, so I don't think it gets defense against this. Nope. Where is it? Damn it. I skipped it. I need to go back up. Oh, yeah, it's up here. Okay, so grapple is strength plus brawl, and then it can't use defense because he needs to get 2 successes on this. It'll be strength plus his brawl, which would probably be pretty high, so I'll give him like a normal tool. He got 1, 2, 3, so that's going to be enough to get the grapple off. That's good. Both characters. So yeah, he basically, after you slash it, he kind of like you see Mikhail get like very frustrated. You see his fangs kind of get more pronounced, and he just like dives himself onto this thing, and he's holding back the frenzy to just like tear it open, and he's holding it on the ground basically, and he's just like, and you can see him like wrestling with the owl and holding it, and it's like very small, so he has to like put a lot of force, and you can see him using his whole body just to like hold this thing down, and he's got his hands like around it trying to wrestle it to the floor.
Yeah, tear its fucking wings off.
So at that point, it's going to be Lisa's turn again.
Okay, so I guess I should roll frenzy too?
Yes, please. You're going to be at -1.
Okay, so I think it's resolve plus composure -1.
Yes.
Okay.
Luckily, it didn't hurt Mikhail, so you don't need to worry about that.
So that would be 4 dice.
Correct.
Let's see if the beast takes over. Three successes.
Okay, that's going to be enough. So you hold off frenzy as well.
But I get a condition if I remember correct.
Let me check. Blah, blah. Resist frenzy. Check the suggested modifiers. Come up. It's 1 die. For example, if a point of a dramatic failure results in frenzy. Character cannot until she reaches a breaking point. If the beast gets a desire, failure means no. So no. Success means you get the tempted condition. Yes.
Okay.
So tempted. You're tempted.
Thank you.
Quick question, Nova.
Yes.
When I ran into
Mikhail?
Yeah. Does that count as for my curse when I risk clarity damage at half weird when hasty or careless decision harms others?
No, because you didn't take clarity damage.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, should I have?
Let me check.
Yeah.
I'll check to see if you've broken any clarity so far.
Because I don't know if that harmed him when I ran into him accidentally. Like.
Oh no, it didn't harm him.
Okay.
Oh, no, you're good.
All right.
I don't think this causes clarity, but I'll double check. You did have that effect of the eyes, but that's different. Mm-hmm. I would like you to roll for that clarity. Oh, that's no. It says non-fey supernatural. Never mind. So you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have anything directly here that would cause you clarity right now.
All right. I just wanted to make sure.
No, it's a good question. It's a very good question.
Let's see.
So it goes back to right now. It's going to be your turn again.
Yeah.
At least it still gets removed, though.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna. You were just resisting frenzy. That doesn't take up your whole turn, I don't think.
Also, Lisa, stop taking my luck. 3 fucking 10s.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to.
So, what's the word I'm looking for? So yeah, so you resist frenzy, and then you get the condition, but you still get your turn.
Okay.
So what are you doing with your turn? Because you could probably, if you still have the weapon, you could probably just like finish this thing if you want, because the fight's pretty much over now.
Yeah, but I will try.
Also worth noting, Williem, I don't know if you tell them this, but you know that these things are intelligent, so you can like communicate with them. If you want to hold it for like ransom or information or something.
No, that would leave the chance that it might escape.
Sure.
I would rather it dead.
Brutality. Okay. I don't think you take clarity for killing a hobgoblin, as far as I know. So that's not really going to be an issue.
Okay, so let's see.
But I might make you roll for it anyway, because you know this. You know these owls. So killing them would actually be kind of difficult for you.
Okay, so I spend 1 vitae again to raise my dice pool to 4 dice.
Okay. It's going to be considered a point blank attack. So you're going to make a does it say the size of the weapon of a bow? Let me check the size real quick.
Oh, was it a bow? I thought it was a gun.
Oh, it's a gun. Okay, so what's the size for the pistol? I need to look.
So do I roll?
Give me a sec, because you get a bonus for it being close.
Oh.
I just have to look up the size, because I can do that with the codex real quick. I just need to open it. Weapons. Sorry, this won't take too long. I need to look up. Pistol. Okay, so light or heavy pistol would be size 1. Okay, so then it's going to be, you get bonus damage. The target's defense against firearms attacks is equal to in close combat, target's defense against firearm attacks is increased by the gun size plus. Okay, yeah. So that's going to be, unless you're hitting it with the weapon, like a melee attack.
I am confused.
Never mind. Just you're shooting it is what I'm saying. Like you're trying to shoot it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I needed to know. So it's going to be 5 plus 2, so 7 minus 3, so 4 defense.
What? Then that would be 0 dice for me, unless.
Right. So you get a chance die again.
Oh well, I will try with the chance die.
Sure.
So let's see.
You spent Vita already, you said.
Yeah, but then I won't, because spending Vita doesn't give me anything useful.
Right.
Forget about that.
Okay.
But
well, you get 2 dice here, so it'd be enough.
Let's see. 0, 6.
Okay.
Oh! Dramatic failure!
That's a botch. Okay.
Crap.
So I'll give you a beat for this one.
Okay.
And what happens is you kind of start to kind of aim your gun towards this creature, and as you do so, what? Sorry. What were you saying? Sorry. I didn't hear you. What were you saying?
I don't know. I think there was a. So.
Oh, I cut out?
Yes, I think.
Okay, so I'll start over. So I was saying, yeah, you're aiming your gun down at this thing, and it's like squirming around on the floor. But what it does is, as you're pointing the gun towards it, you kind of, for some reason, you're looking down at it when you're aiming, and you catch its gaze, and it does something strange to your to your mind. You feel like this strange presence. You feel something uncomfortable fogging your mind. So you need to make a roll of, it was here, wits plus resolve.
Okay. Let me see. Do I get any penalty?
No, it's just straight whatever you.
So that would be 5 dice.
Okay, go ahead.
Also, Williem, I think you got your luck back.
Okay, that's very nice.
Never mind.
Yeah, I was like, clearly not.
Let's see. I want to give you. So you went from. I'm not going to give you because they kind of cancel out here. So I'll just feel like, okay, you. Actually, what I'll say is here. I'll give you some information. So you're somewhat familiar with these sort of mental kind of abilities because you have knowledge of these types of things as a vampire. So what you realize is it is right now basically it's not just making you confused, and you fight it off by realizing what it's doing. As you push it out of your mind, it's actually trying to steal your memories specifically. Oh. And you have an awareness of this, that it actually has the ability to do this. And you push it out of your memories, like physically, not like with an astral battle, maybe with an astral, but you get this slight like motion of you just like astrally just like pushing it out of your mind. You don't have that level of aspects yet, but at some point you will, but you get this sense of like you realize what it's actually doing to your head, and you might actually get some information back. So what I'll do is I'll give you, and I will give you a condition because I realized one that would work. You would get the informed condition on the Enchantress.
Okay, thank you.
So for the Enchantress, Enchantress. The informed condition on them, because you get, instead of it giving its, taking your memories, you kind of share memories for a moment, and then you force it out of your mind.
Way to make lemonade there.
Yeah. So you actually learn a bit about it and its master and these things. Not like immediately, like it's not sudden, but over time your mind will kind of adapt to what just happened, and you're like, wait, I know a little bit more now somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So you get that, the informed condition on their master. Moving on from that, though, we're still technically in combat, and it's still technically not dead, so we will continue because it can still escape or mess with you guys.
Yeah.
So it's going to go to now. Lisa made her move, so now it's William's move.
Yeah, I have a quick question about one of my abilities.
Okay. The answer is no. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I'm looking at my pounce ability, and it says I can
pounce. Yeah.
Spend a glamour to contest a presence plus ward versus composure plus tolerance to freeze or send it the target fleeing. But is it an either or can I choose?
You would not want to do that here, because if you send it fleeing, it's going to escape, and it's
okay. I thought I could like go
Mikhail already has it on the floor, so you don't really need to pounce on it. He's already pounced on it, basically.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because if I could have the choice, I could be like, hey, I could get it to stop fighting, and
yeah, you're not wrong.
All right, so I'm just going to try to bite its head off.
Sure, go ahead. Yeah, it's grappled, so I don't think it's going to get defense, and if it does, I'll probably subtract, so it'll end up with no defense because of the situation either way, because it would get so many penalties from being wounded and such.
Yeah.
If anything, maybe one. I'll say minus. Well, actually, I have to check. If it's grappled, I don't think it gets defense against other attacks. I have to check.
And because I'm rolling so fucking bad, I'm going to spend willpower.
Break free during each during the higher of initiative. Control and damage. Take cover. Restrain. Okay, the target suffers only held. Okay, so it's held. Let's see. If the attacker rolls exceptional success. Okay, so that's only if higher initiative, the winner picks a move from the list immediately. Control damage, disarm, drop prone, hold. Neither apply a defense. So no, it just says no defense against.
All right.
Sorry, I have to double check. So no, it gets no defense against you. So you just get to roll straight.
Down the gullet you go. 2 successes.
Okay. You very nearly like rip its head off, basically. Like you tear into it and it's like squirming on the floor, but it just barely manages to avoid dying, by just slightly moving out of the way, and it starts to push up against Mikhail, showing a strange amount of strength. I will just mark its damage real quick. You still, it's nearly dead, but it's still barely alive, and it's pushing up against Mikhail now because it gets to make its roll, but it is a huge penalty because it's wounded.
Its head is in my mouth, so it can't do the eye thing.
No. Well, if it looks into your esophagus, then you won't remember what you ate yesterday. Strength, brawl. Okay, so it's going to use its talons to like push up against him. So it's going to get 3, and it loses 3. Yeah, so it is a chance die here, but I'm still going to roll it. Because. Oh, so close. Yeah, so far. So it tries to push up against Mikhail. It fails. Probably could have had it spend willpower there, but I'm not going to go back and cheat. That's fine. It's going to try to push up against Mikhail. It's wounded to the point where it doesn't fail. Mikhail's going to try to roll. So he's still just holding it down, but he also has to roll Frenzy again because of he's riding the wave. And he gets 2 more successes. So he's still not frenzying. I don't think Lisa needs to roll again. But
no, I succeeded.
Yeah, on the roll, but he's trying to actively keep it up. So he's got 3 successes on that now. And he's just holding it down. So I'm going to roll that again. Because he has to actually like hold it down, otherwise it escapes. It rolls contested, so all he has to do is get a success here. It should be easy.
You'd think.
Yeah, Oh, yeah. There you go. You got it. Yeah, I'm not going to reroll. I'll do it. I'll reroll those. Oh, okay. I'll keep going. Sure. Okay. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm just
okay,
salty over here because everyone's way better than fucking me.
He's like, kill it, hurry, kill it. And he's like, and you're like, I'm working on it, and you're biting into it, and Lisa's just standing there like kind of like out of it for a second, and then they snap back into reality.
Whoops, there goes gravity.
So yeah, what does Lisa do now that you've realized like what this thing is capable of?
I would try to scan it with Auspex, but I don't have the level to target one thing.
Right, because you don't have high enough Auspex to actually scan it.
Okay, so it's dead.
You could ask Mikhail to scan it because he probably has higher level Auspex, probably.
It's not dead yet.
Okay. But the idea was to kill it, so.
We're trying our best to kill it.
If you want to scan it, you'd probably have to ask him to do it, or but then you'd have to keep it alive, so it'd be that, and it might escape if you do that.
Okay, so let's see. I'm
about to upgrade my attacks to be aggravated at this point.
How much defense does it have now?
Right now, it would have no defense because he's holding it down.
He's holding it down. I'm trying to bite its head off.
But he wasn't holding it down like actively, because he had to prevent it from escaping. So now he's actually holding it down.
So now I shoot it.
Okay, now you shoot it. Okay, so that'll just be your dex plus firearms, and then it gets no resistance whatsoever.
Okay.
You botch and shoot, wolf.
This time I spend one.
Your bullet somehow transforms into silver and then kills him.
I'm not a werewolf.
I know.
You'll need to transform into cold iron.
That would be funny too. No, the blood contains cold iron. Like, what? Iron.
So
Well, it would actually contain iron, so technically.
One successes, and I still have the 2.
Okay. So basically, as Mikhail's like, kill it, and you shoot it in the head, it's.
Not the head. That's still in my mouth.
Well, okay. You tell Williem to get off of it, and then you shoot it.
Okay.
Okay.
It explodes in a blast of blood and gore. Fatality.
So can I remove the tempted condition since I killed something?
Yes. So you get a beat for that. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna check I'm gonna make Williem roll. It's gonna be 2 dice for, and I have to check. Let's see, Changeling's endurance. I'm checking here. 2 dice plus penalties. You spent willpower multiple times, right, to do the to do the combat. So that's gonna take away 1. You have your So it would you have to roll a chance die basically.
Okay, and I don't want successes.
Correct.
All right, watch me get a success.
Success somehow, yeah.
My thing doesn't explode, does it?
No, it's just a 1d10.
All right. So
what is your rolling clarity?
Clarity, yeah.
Okay.
Because he's familiar with these things, so like it's actually like harmful to him specifically. But he has
motherfucker.
What did you get, a 10?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay, sure. You called it. Good job. You don't get any reward for that though. You do get this doesn't mean you take damage. It means you have to roll to take damage.
Okay.
So now you roll just a 1d10 again, and this time it's normal.
All right. Okay, so I want to succeed this one.
Correct. Or no, you don't. This is still bad.
All right.
We'll define how much damage you take.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
All right.
Okay, 0. So that means you did suffer a breaking point, but you don't take any actual damage. So that's good. I want to clarify like what that means is like you were affected by this because we can almost have a flashback of like you used to, these used to be your friends. You hung out with them. You knew that you might have even known this one personally. Mm-hmm. And, it literally just got exploded in front of your face.
Yeah. I'm actually going to let out a...
Erravok's just like, what was that?
You all right?
I want also, because it says impassioned violence is a 2-die clarity or humanity.
Oh, so I must make a humanity roll?
Yeah, 2 dice for me, please. Healing is also 2 dice.
So I don't get my touchstone bonus?
You do. Yeah, you do.
Oh, so that would be 4.
Unless it works differently in Vampire, because in Changeling it always applies.
I think it always applies here too.
Okay, so then you'd have 1 die then, basically.
Wait, what?
Well, you need to roll. That's good. You don't want to succeed.
Are you sure you aren't confusing clarity?
I might. Let me look at it again because the rules are different. Okay, let's see. So it says, I'm looking at it now. You want to roll detachment roll. Okay, so it says when you roll detachment basis to resist attachment, roll the number of dice associated with the breaking point level. Yes. Okay, no, I did it right. You can draw. Oh, you want to succeed on this one. It's backwards. Okay.
I thought so.
So then it's gonna be 3 dice you roll then.
3 dice? I thought touchstone gave 2 dice.
Oh, touchstone gives you 2? Okay, it's backwards and Changeling.
Well, check it. I might be wrong.
Okay, because touchstone and vampire is different, even though they're called the same thing. I wish they gave them different names.
Yeah.
They
fulfill the same function, so I guess.
Yeah. It says detachment rolls are made at -2 penalty. So it is supposed to reduce it. That's weird.
Wait, no. Have an attached touchstone gives a +2. Multiple gave a +3. And no attachment.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, detachment. Okay, yeah, so +2. So that means you have 4.
Yeah, I saw.
4 dice. Yep,
Okay,
4 dice.
let's go. Oh
Okay,
crap! If I fail, I will get the vampire weakness.
Same thing, it's backwards. Did you fail?
Up, 1 success.
Oh, okay, good. Your character holds on despite the urge to let go. She does not lose humanity, but gains the bestial, competitive, or wanton condition as her nature pushes her
I
to.
think you are the one who must choose which one.
Right. Well, you're not competing in this case. It's not really and wanton. I don't really. I was thinking bestial because you just like blasted this thing apart.
Agreed.
So we'll go with bestial here.
Okay.
I'm gonna just look at that condition because I haven't seen it in a while. It's been a while since this is probably the first time we've had this condition that I've seen, so I have to look at it. I played a vampire with silver before, but I don't think they ever got a condition. So I have to actually look. Bestial, your character acts on primal impulses. Frightening things make him run. He acts aggressive with violence, anger, take 2 busts. Right, okay, that's fine. Yeah. So you're kind of like still on edge after you do this. You're like, just you blew it up, and now you're like actually like you're feeling the power of the beast kind of flow through you.
Makes sense.
And you feel this rage and this anger toward this creature that was clearly trying to get inside your head and mess with you, and you don't like that. You're angry now. You're angry at this thing, and you want to do something about it.
I'm angry.
You're mad, and your beast just kind of amplifies that too. So you have that kind of issue going on. So so now combat's over, so it's like free, and Mikhail, he kind of since he was riding the wave, he just kind of stops. He after the fight's over, he just backs away from it, and he points to he kind of sees that he can tell that Lisa's kind of mad. I don't think he needs to make a roll to figure that out. Like he can see it on your face, and he's your sire, so he kind of has this idea. Is like, okay, don't touch that. I need to go get someone. We need to investigate this. He's telling this to both of you.
What the fuck was that? What's that thing?
So Mikhail goes off to go find someone to help him investigate. And meanwhile, Williem, you can explain to Lisa what it was.
I will. It was a scout.
A scout. The enchantress.
Yes.
I am not sure who she is, but when that thing looked into my eyes, I had. I don't know. It's all blurry in there. Who is she, and why does she? Why did she send a scout after you?
Hold on, I got a text. Let me quickly.
Ye old Victorian phone.
Yes.
I did not understand the answer.
Oh, he was getting his phone. So
yeah, sorry. Someone sent me a text. So
okay.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. What was the question again?
No, she was asking you. Yeah, you can repeat it.
Why? Who is this enchantress, and why is she after you? Why is she sending Scott after you?
She's a powerful. I'm trying to think of.
Witch is a good word you could use.
Yeah, I guess witch.
She's a Tremere. No, I'm kidding.
Her, and she's after me because I escaped her, or at least I thought I did.
Do you tell her that she turned you into a wolf, or do you kind of leave that part out?
I'm kind of leaving that part out for now.
Okay.
Hey.
as you kind of stand there and try to get a hold of the situation, you see Roland, the man that was out with Alistair before. He just kind of trots up. He like looks at the corpse of the owl, like all in bits and pieces. Oh, this is a right mess we have here.
Tell me about it.
You don't look too good. Maybe you should go home. We'll deal with this. He looks at Williem. He's like, we'll talk later. Cool.
Oh.
He's gonna nod his head, even though he doesn't really have a home. So
He kind of pats Williem on the back. He's like, what, something wrong?
no.
No. Okay, well, if you need anything, you'll let me know, okay, buddy? He like pats you again.
I'm just like, trying to resist urge to growl.
So you just slink off?
Yeah.
And Lisa just kind of heads home.
I guess I do.
I guess whatever. What happens to your gun at the end of the scene? Does it stay with you or does it go away?
It crumbles to dust.
Okay, so crumbles to dust. You can see Roland kind of he gets like they get like a bag or something to like hold this thing in. They try to contain it. But it's starting to like it's weird because it's not really holding its form very well in the mortal world, and you can kind of see it starting to kind of start to crumble as well. And Roland's like looking into the bag. He's like, "What the heck?" And inside of this bag, you can kind of see like vines and like plants and like maybe a little sprout coming out of its body. Like it's turning into like it's almost like it's being eaten by wildlife or plant life or something from the inside, and just kind of slowly kind of being eaten. And Mikhail's like, this is not natural. You're telling me?
Well, nature, so
the prince left. So what do you say we?
Excuse me. Apparently, yeah. I think I get a bit for humanity.
Oh yeah, you do. I believe so. Yeah.
I don't know if changelings get one.
Yeah, they do also. So Dustin, you also get a beat for rolling against your. Because you failed, so you still get the breaking point, even though you didn't take damage.
Okay.
That's correct.
So I get another beat. Yay.
Yeah.
Well.
At least there's something for all these fuck ups.
Yeah, that's true. And so they both look in this bag that's now covered with like plants and weeds and kind of vines wrapping around it. And both of them are like, well, the prince isn't here, so what should we do? And he's like, and Mikhail is looking at Roland like, I honestly don't know. I have fought many creatures of darkness, and this is completely unlike, well, maybe it's similar to, he like kind of mentions like the Strix offhand. He's like, well, maybe it's similar to something like that, but this is not a creature of darkness. This is something completely alien to me. And Roland's looking at everybody like, well, I don't know much about this either, so I'm just gonna get rid of this. Maybe I'll pot it. Maybe I'll put it in a pot and we'll see if it grows. Who knows? It might lay an egg. He kind of scoops the bag up and takes it with him. And he kind of leaves, kind of moving off into the night, trying to find, trying to meet back up with Alistair, and they head home. So Mikhail kind of goes with Lisa back to their home, and Williem leaves for his own sake. But there is one person who has not been spotlighted yet, so I will pass the scene over to them. So Erravok, you are in one of the local hotels of the area, very fancy sort of hotel. You were welcomed in by maybe like a bellhop. They helped you. They realized you didn't have any things to bring up with you to the room, but they help you get some clothes settled and make sure that your room is comfortable. It's, as I said, maybe about maybe 4 a.m. You might be fairly tired. It depends. So you could check that for yourself if you'd like to see how tired you are. It's the same roll that Williem made. Okay. It's let me grab it again. I think it's resolve stamina. Yeah, that sounds it. That sounds resolve right. Stamina. -1.
3 resolve, 2 stamina, -1, so 4d10.
Yeah.
Do they explode or?
Yep. So it's the same roll, normal conditions and such.
Okay.
Okay. Would you like to make it worse?
Oh, it's a botch.
Yeah. Well, you can choose to make it a botch if you like. Otherwise, it's just a normal failure.
Yeah, let's go with the botch. Why not?
Okay. So what I'll assume then is you just pass out once you get in the room, just like, ugh. Onto the bed because it's like very late at night.
Sorry, that's just kind of a funny image in my head because I'm like, Erravok's this big guy, he's like falling on a tiny bed.
Yeah, and the bed might quake a bit actually because of his weight. Because it's a smaller bed, so when he just falls onto it,
it collapses.
Yeah, and so I'll give you a beat. So you get a beat for that, and you're just out. The only thing that you notice, like as you're about to fall asleep, is there's some noise like outside in the hallway of just people talking, but you don't really catch any of it because you're just so tired from all the.
That pushes me up to 5 of 5 beats.
That's good. So you'll get your first experience. So I'll let you mark that, and that makes your scene pretty easy because now you're just out. So. Unless you want to start dreaming and doing stuff like that, which we could do because you're a changeling. I wasn't exactly prepared, but if you want to start, because you have perfect lucidity, so you can just like, oh, I want to dream about, I'm dripping over the moon, whatever you want. It's
about big women.
Yeah, that too. I'm like, well, yeah, that too.
Women.
Is that do you actually do that in your dream? Like, I'm being serious.
It's like, let's see. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger in, Around the World in 80 Days, the Jackie Chan one, where, he's sitting around. It's just women.
Let me see. Yeah, so is that what you actually want your dream to be full of? Is just a bunch of women?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, just give me a moment. I'll look that up to see if you could get any benefit from that or any kind of
women and
you need to make.
Warriors and feasting.
Right. What kind of environment is it? Is it just a blank, or do you have like a set piece? Is it on a ship? It's on a ship. It's on a ship. You're on a ship.
It's on a ship. Okay.
That's just the first thing that comes to your mind.
There you go, Kara.
You're not sure why, but it's there now.
I something in OOC.
It's almost uncomfortable. So question, when you're dreaming, you do get 2 choices, but I'm going to assume the default here is that you're just dreaming normally. Because you have the option of Changeling crosses the gate in dream form, entering her own dreams, making them lucid. Yeah. So you spend you need to roll resolve composure, and I'm going to give you a -1 on this as well.
He dreams of cats. Let's see. So resolve composure.
And it does specifically say, by the way, you can also make this roll even if you're already sleeping. So that's part of why this is allowed. Because normally...
So what did you say? Resolve composure minus
minus
1?
1, yeah, that's correct.
So that's pretty much the same roll as before. Yep.
It says specifically that even if you're already asleep, you can make this roll while you're sleeping to just enter your dream.
Okay. 2 successes.
2 successes? Cool. Okay, so that allows you to enter your own dream.
Fuck yeah! So
you're on a ship bobbing along the waves. Where are you located? Are you sitting? Are you standing on the ship and the women are around you? Like, what is it? You know?
He's sitting.
Okay. So you're sitting on a barrel,
a tribal sort of like seat or something.
Oh, okay, like a tribal.
It's just on deck.
Yeah. Are you wearing your mask in the dream, or is it like in the dream world? Are you wearing the mask, your touchstone?
Yeah, why not?
Sure. So you're wearing this.
Pretty cool.
You're wearing this tribal mask. You're surrounded by women. What do they look like? These are populated by your subconscious, so that's why I'm asking. Like you're technically developing your own character by describing your idol.
Leia.
Well, yeah, they're women of creeds, nationalities.
Mm-hmm. I will. This is actually. We're sorry to interrupt, but worth noting that you're in your main in this form unless you spend, you don't need to necessarily spend glamour, but by default, you're in your main while you're doing.
Are these dragon women?
Yeah, so are these like dragon women or are they regular women? Like, that's worth noting here.
They're regular women.
Okay, so he's a dragon.
They're regular women, swooning and, clamoring around this, draconic, figure.
What's his face from 300?
Leonidas?
No, the bad guy.
Oh, Darius. I don't know why I know these things. The history, that's why. Continue, please.
Yeah, where was I? Yeah, so they're all sort of gathering around him, The majority African women, but there's some white women and.
Okay. Also worth noting, you get a willpower point back as you're sleeping, so you'll get that automatically, even if something happens in the dream. I'll say, because there doesn't seem to be anything disturbing you. So you'll get a willpower point back as this is happening. And then if you want your dream to express some kind of element of your thread or needle, then you'll get an extra, I'll say. But but that's more aggressive. So in this case, unless you jump up and start a fight, that would be a risk to you. I don't really recommend
I don't
really recommend that here, because then you would be putting a risk to yourself in this dream. And right now, I think maybe just being safe is better. It's up to you, though. You can take a risk and start a fight, but then you'll get more willpower.
Well, he has control of the dream, doesn't he?
That's true. He does.
So, yeah, the question is, what could he fight? Either a fucking kraken or maybe some Somali pirates. I don't know.
Maybe. It's completely up to you. Now, if you alter the dream, you do need to make another roll. Like if you want to introduce a new thing, then that would count as like a.
Wait, he's altering a dream?
He's altering his own dream.
Oh, I didn't know changelings could alter their own dream.
They can now. In second edition, they made it more clear that you can actually alter your own dreams.
All right, let's see. Women. We've got. What we need is some fighting. So, pirates.
Okay.
Bring them on.
So pirate. Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna need you to do. What's your composure?
My composure is 3, I think. I'll just check real quick.
Okay.
No, it's 2. 2.
Okay, just give me a sec. I have to check the dice pool real quick. Hold on. I have to get the dice pool for you. So basically, when you're altering the aspects of your dream to make shifts like this, you do need to roll. And the reason why is because you're basically fighting against your own subconscious. Because obviously, you're trying to push your dream in a certain direction.
Yeah.
By doing this. And let's see. Any failures? So whenever a character makes a roll, is the roll. Oh, I roll. Okay, I roll the dice. Okay, I roll the dice here. Okay, got it. And then your composure was, you said 3?
2.
2? Okay, so that's going to be, I'm going to roll real quick because it's apparently my roll. I'll just roll with my own. It's going to be 5 and then minus 2, so 3 dice. And then this will determine how many successes you get. You got 9. Okay, so what this means if you fail, let's see what happens.
Is that? No successes? Shit.
Let's see. I'm not sure necessarily what happens if you fail. I might just have it kind of be maybe because here's the idea, right? You create these pirates with the idea that oh, you'll have complete control over this situation. It'll be great. I won't lose. But once they start boarding you, you kind of start losing control of the situation. The dream kind of slips out of your control for a moment, and you find yourself face to face with a fearsome pirate, armed with blades, and his crew starts swarming your ship. The women are being hacked down.
Shit, it's a dread pirate, Robert.
It is Robert. I was going to say it is Robert, because this would be like, I was actually debating this in my head if they ever met, and they could have. But if nothing else, as a cameo, he might show up here. So yes, you see this man in a bandana and like sort of brownish hair, I believe, and he has a sword and a gun, and he's making his way aboard your ship, and you don't have as much control over this situation as you thought. Oh, you also have to you also lose a point of glamour.
Okay, I lose a glamour.
Yep, from that failure.
So let me mark that. So that goes down to 8. Did I get willpower back from
the warrior? It would be after the end of the scene now, because now you've shifted things. Now it's actually become a combat. So what you need to roll now is, assuming you want to contest them, I'm assuming.
Of course.
Okay. So what you need to do is you're going to have to roll your presence.
Okay.
I'm like, should I get Robert's sheet open? Like,
no, you're good.
Okay.
So
I can estimate one. Presence, and I have to check to see what else you roll. Hold on. Instead of attributes, physical characters use dream form, dream health. Okay, but then what? Do you have to roll plus your weird? Because I know you have presence, and I don't know what the second attribute is.
Man, this is a weird theme for me, because it's like, hey, my character's in a fight. I'm not controlling this.
No, you're not. No, so I think it's other lucid dreamers can physically wake up at will. I just had to check one more thing, because I'm not sure if you're going to attack, if you roll just your presence or not. But I'll assume yeah, and then we'll just do a contested roll. Yeah, actually, Dustin, could you open his sheet for me real quick?
All right.
So presents, just
Yeah, just your
flat
presence.
Okay. No minus or pluses or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I know that you have that simplified stat, but I don't know how you what you use to fight with. I'm looking for that now.
No, I got one success.
That's not bad. So Dustin, could you roll his dex or tell me his dex?
Yeah. Rolling.
I looked at the 1 after the 8, and I'm like, oh, is that a 1?
Where is Robert? Wait, no.
Oh, did you lose it? I'll just roll.
I found it.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's why I couldn't find it, because it's technically owned by you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just need the dex.
Yeah, I'm scrolling. Dex is 3.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. That was my guess. Mm-hmm. So I'll roll that real quick, and then we'll see who gets more successes.
Robert was pretty balanced, so he had a lot of 3s and things.
Okay, and then one more. Okay, so what happens is you in your monstrous draconic form try to swipe and claw at this pirate, but he is much too dexterous and quick. He reels backward and shoots a bullet into your hide. You're going to take 1 point of clarity damage. I believe. Oh no, you have dream health. Sorry. So you have your current clarity plus
motherfucking dream warrior, bitch.
Yeah, you're a dream warrior. Okay, so let's see. Maximum. Okay, so weird 6. So your dream health. So you have a separate dream health box. Mm-hmm. So what that's going to be is it's going to be your current clarity. So how many boxes of clarity?
Let's see. Clarity. I believe that's 4 boxes.
Okay, so 4 plus 5, so you have 9 boxes here. You take 1. Okay. So for dream health, you take one box.
And for everyone who is curious, that's what Robert looks like.
Yes. So yeah, you can throw it up on the screen. I'll put it on the.
Oh yeah, let me do that.
So rather than tick boxes, I'll just do that for now. Okay.
Sure. Just 109. And then from here, you can try to weave the dream again, or you can just keep going at it.
What, with presents?
Yes, that's correct. Until I find something that says otherwise.
Seems odd that I'm swiping at him with presents.
Well, it's your power. They all get when you're in a dream, your stats get squished. So basically, your power stat becomes what you use for all power actions.
You can't punch it. You have to Freddy Krueger it.
No, I thought it'd be more like mental attributes rather than power social.
It says for changelings, it's presence.
No, okay.
Because in this case, you're using your presence to push against the dream in this case. But you can choose to try to weave again, or you can try to.
Erravok's gonna sort of brush where he was shot.
Yeah. Also worth noting, you can use contracts in the dream. I feel like that should be made clear.
Mm-hmm. So it brushes where he's shot. This has gotten interesting. He's going to go at it. He doesn't need to weave the dream.
Sure.
Johnny Depp's showing up on deck, so he's going to take him on.
Okay, cool.
He wants a fight, he's going to get a fight. So,
I'm just putting it on so that it's visible. Okay, yeah. So
3
you're
d
gonna.
10. We've got 8. What done there? I did it wrong. There we go. What did I do? 3. What did I do wrong there?
I think there's a capital D. I think that's the issue.
Okay. So.
Burn colors. There you go. Okay, so that's one success. Good job. So I'm gonna roll. It's gonna be contested again, I believe. I don't know where the actual rules for the dream combat are. I have to try to find them. Actually, I'll look up for dream combat because I think it might be a separate thing. Dream combat. Right. I remember now. They did not include it. That's what I remember. I remember trying to look for this before and I couldn't find it. So I'll just keep rolling the normal pool. And then I'll roll the same thing you did because the pools are equal. Okay, so we're tied. I'll give you the advantage here. Not just because it's your dream, but also just because. So basically, you'll both take 1 essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of.
Well, if they're taking 1, what he does is he grabs him by the hair and headbutts him.
Right. Okay.
And they sort of both come out. Yeah.
That sounds good to me. Yeah. I like that. So Robert grunts a bit and he takes some damage there. He's gonna have. I have to check what his health is. Hedge Ghost. Okay, I had to check that one. 246. Ones that are just. No, I'm gonna say he's more than an extra here. Okay, I just have to check something real quick. Oh, he does not have willpower either. That's good to know. Give me a second. I have to go check what his health is. I think. What was his? Did he have a power stat?
Let me look here. This is
Because I don't know if he had like a ghost power stat or if he had like a thing for that. Or if he had like blood potency or whatever it was.
Yeah, I think he had something like that. He had what was it?
Resistance. So
Archeologist?
Yeah, that one. Yeah. What was his rating? The Archeologist is powers.
Okay, so
I guess he didn't. I'll just assume he had like a 1 rating.
oh wait, he had filters or fetters.
No, that's not it either.
Okay.
Never mind. Just don't worry about it.
All right.
I'll just give him a really low score.
Mortality?
No, that's his sanity.
Oh, corpus.
Corpus. That's his health. Yeah, that's not what I'm looking for. But that'll help here. What's his corpus, though?
His corpus was 8. Oh, okay. And his pathos.
Pathos was something else.
Yeah.
So I'll do 8, just so that we have the same rating.
His psyche was 1, if that helps.
I think that's what I needed. Yeah,
okay.
I needed his psyche. So we'll just assume he has like. I have to go grab the quickie thing.
Sorry, folks. This was my first
no, it's fine.
Character, so.
I'll just check what his health would be then, because I don't think it'd be 8. That'd be too high. It'd be like much lower than that. It'd be like half that. I just had to check. Health would be. What was his? Did you put? Does he have more in physical or social or mental? Was he physically specialized?
I believe yeah, let me look at his.
Yeah, like what does he have the most dots in? Physical, mental, or social?
No, he actually looks like he has more dots in mental.
Yeah, so that's what I thought. So he'll just have like, it would just be like 7. Then it wouldn't be 8. So I'll just mark that here. So Robert,
Yeah.
Dream Robert, I should say, because not actual Robert.
His intelligence is 2. His wits are 3. His resolve is 3.
Okay. Well, I got what I needed. You're good.
Yeah, I know.
So
his
yeah,
presence is 3, and his
you kind of clash with him, and you both come out that way, and then it would so you can continue. So after you headbutt him, what happens next?
Gives his head a shake, and then he's going to follow it up with a strike.
Okay.
Or at least attempt to.
Sure. So that's going to be another. As far as I know, it's just another presence roll.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't give me rules for this.
Okay.
Normally it'd be like presence plus something else. So if you want to add, let's say, I'll start increasing the pools. So let's say, what's your manipulation?
My manipulation is. That's a good question. 1.
Okay, so you can add that as well. You can add 1 as well.
And Robert.
Start upping the stakes here. Let's keep this thing going.
So that's 1 success.
Yes. Yay, black cells again.
Okay, so that before we get copyright striked.
Let's see. So you got 1, and then I'm going to roll for him. I'm just going to give him less dice now at this point. Okay. See if he gets the other one. No, okay, so he gets 2 on you, so you take 2, but he'll take 1 as well. As you guys are dueling it out on the top of this ship, he starts climbing up the...
What's wrong? Sorry, my cat's being fussy.
Oh, it's fine.
I am completely lost. What the hell is going on?
He starts climbing up the crow's nest and basically takes another shot at you, even though he gets another gun out and takes another shot at you. And
Erravok's having a fight in his dream.
And starts climbing up the nest itself.
But why is there a chip and a nest in his dream?
Like a crow's nest, like on a ship.
Yeah, he's on a ship, and the ship is being boarded by pirates. One of the pirates is my first character, so...
Oh, okay. I thought it was a spaceship for some reason. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I like that image too, but it's like, what?
Space. The final frontier.
When you say ship, you just imagine a spaceship immediately, and then I'm like, a ship.
These are the voyagers of the starship Erravok. Its ongoing mission to seek out fresh women and fun fights. To feast to water blood. To go where no man dares go.
So I'm now picturing Erravok with the fucking Klingon.
I'm gonna try looking up dream combat between rounds, but for now, yeah, you so he shoots, toward you. You get hit pretty, squarely in the chest area, but you claw at him before he can climb up the crow's nest, and he just falls to the ground again. And then the combat continues.
Man, I wish I had this encounter with what's his face from the first or the other games. Fucking other dragon guy.
Which one?
Not Orfeo. Jacques.
Well, no, you would have lost that fight. Jacques is very strong. Oh, you mean Jean?
Yeah, Jean. Sorry.
Yeah, no, Jean was broken because he was a dragon and he had a 5-dot artifact.
Yeah.
It was just tearing through everything. Even when he was in Xanthus's dream, he was able to fight. Here, I found the rules for dream combat, but I have to dig them up from first edition. Or no, this was the
would have been doing it wrong.
Rites of Spring, I think. Yeah, just keep going, so you can continue fighting.
Actually, if I recall, I think I would be actually really good at this because if it's dream combat, then Jean would have to use his presence, which.
Well, Lucky Seven's my ass.
This is a different one. Oh wow, that's just terrifyingly bad. Okay, let's see what he gets.
Who came up with this fucking World of Darkness engine? 7 should be good.
Well, if we're playing V5, if we're playing V5, you'll get your wish. But we haven't started V5 yet. Because in V5 it's 6 or higher.
It's like, look at all those 7s. They're there. They're mocking me. It's like.
Okay. So Robert, he's on the ground, but he kind of quickly like flips up and he throws like a knife in your direction. And it nicks you on the side of your cheek, and you're starting to get weaker and weaker as this fight wears on. So you take another point.
You see, I use contracts, but I doubt they do anything, seeing as it's all fucking composure and whatnot.
Well, the contract roll would be the same as what it would normally be. The roll doesn't change for those.
Yeah, it's just, are you going to waste your contracts on a dream that you made?
Well, yeah, why not? Yeah, it's like
I would suggest it because it doesn't seem like you're at a disadvantage at this point. How much damage have you taken already?
Well, it's like why I'm reluctant is it's like say I used Red Revenge, for instance.
That would be a
3/3 armor and all this other shit. We're not even taking armor into consideration here, so it's like
you still get armor.
No, it would be armor. Okay.
Yeah, the armor would count.
But then there's like the +3 to initiative, intimidation, which
could be relevant. It's up to you how you want
to. It's your dream. You're the dream warrior.
If you want to make him scared, you could do that.
Let's see.
Oh, this was all stuff they rolled into.
Let's just go with it. Come on. Give me something. Oh, come on. I asked for something.
You did get something.
I got something, but it's shit. That's a good knife. Goodbye.
Yeah, I was asking how much damage you took so far.
Say 5.
5? Okay.
So it's at 4.
You're just half. Yeah. Or 5 out of what? Like 9, I think you had?
Yeah, 5 of 9.
Okay, so that's not going to cause
I've got it marked as.
You're not going to have any issues until you get to 6. So don't worry about that. Robert, he throws a knife at you. How do you, because you still hit him, and he doesn't really do anything back, so how do you deal with him? Like, what are you doing to him? What are you doing to him here? Because you roughed him up a bit more.
He picked up Robert's knife and tossed it back at him.
Oh, okay. So you just you throw it back, and it hits Robert a lot more cleanly than it did you, and he's stumbling backward now off on the edge of the ship.
But of course, he's the great pirate Robert. So
yeah, he's gonna find a way out of this somehow.
Yeah.
But you're also a super warrior, so you can find a way to fight back against him. So you get to go again. Your choice of options as usual. So you can use your contract if you like, but you don't have to if you don't want. Or you can try to weave the dream again to give yourself an advantage. Because you can just declare okay, now I am gonna make the waves come up and eat him or whatever. You can control the dream however you want.
No,
you just have to roll.
I'll stick with these flat dice for now. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Let's go. Oh.
fighting him the hard way is not necessarily going to be the easiest method for you here. But it's your grave.
Do it.
I don't think he's gonna die. I don't think you're gonna die from this, but you're making this more difficult for yourself.
Well, that's the fun part about it.
Yeah, of course. So he basically he kicks against you like with his foot and just like forces you backward. Even though you're made of this armor, he's like weakening you the more that you're being hit. So you can feel weaker and weaker and weaker. And he's even able to just push against you with his foot, just give you a good kick.
That's more damage.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm at 6.
Yeah, so now you're taking a penalty of 1. So now you're even again.
This whole battle's been one big penalty.
Yeah. And he just kind of stares you down like he's waiting for the next move.
Oh, if only I could do a stare down. You'd lose!
You could. You'd still get your bonus from that if you want to do it. Because then it would cancel out the penalty.
Yeah, not quite.
Okay.
Okay. Come on.
Now the rules probably I'm definitely not doing the rules right, but they're not in the book, so I'm just kind of making this up as I go.
Roll fizzle beef. Fuck. It's like a double botch.
That would be a botch actually. So I'm not sure. Yeah, because it's a double. It's 2 1s here. So that would be more than half. So you'll get a beat. And then I'll roll his. Okay, so that's 1. So you're gonna go up to 7. And you feel this like lack of confidence kind of building, and the storm overhead starts forming. These clouds of doubt kind of ease into your mind. You thought you were strong and you thought you could defeat anybody, but you feel in this moment of weakness as he slices into your chest and you see blood gush from your body.
What is this I'm getting? Defeated by Jack Sparrow. Pretty much. Yeah. Okay, let's.
So are you going to weave? Are you going to attack? Are you going to would you like to try to do a contract? Or are you just going to keep trying to fight at him despite your clear disadvantage?
Contract time.
Okay, now you're getting serious. All right, sure.
Enough of this foolery. He's going for it. Yes.
Okay, go ahead. So just so you just spend your glamour, and then unless you have the loophole.
Loophole.
Which contract are you using? Because I don't know which one you're.
He's going berserker.
Okay, yeah, you don't have the loophole for that, so you have to spend the.
So let's see. So that costs 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So mark that.
Yeah, social maneuvering, explorations, assessing. Okay, yeah. So it's not clear. Yeah, it does say you just take actions as normal, but it's weird with these stats. It's a little different.
So yeah, what that's supposed to be 3 armor. The initiative. Yeah, so now you have armor. So intimidation.
So do you want to try to intimidate him then with the? Because then the bonus would still apply.
A physical dice pool.
Oh, so that would just give you +3 to all your physical? Yeah, that would still count here.
It's initiative, intimidation, and physical dice.
Okay,
dice
so yeah,
pool.
you just get +3 straight up.
Yeah.
And since you have armor, he can't actually like hurt you. So you can just wail on him now.
So,
But I still want to see how many successes you get here.
so that's 6 dice now.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What does this look like when you go berserk? Just so we have an idea after you roll. Just give me an idea.
I don't know. I suppose an energy erupts from him and he's engulfed in green flame. No.
Sure.
He's engulfed in.
I imagine it's like rage mode in God of War. Like
He's engulfed in like a reddish, purplish flame.
Yeah, that's more what I was imagining.
Yeah.
Like I'm imagining more Kaioken here than like weird dragon fire, but sure.
or
It's not really fire per se. But
No.
it's kind of the way the aura sort of licks around.
Right.
it's like a video game power up when you go berserk and
Okay. Oh, come on. 2 successes.
That's not bad. I mean, that's pretty
it's
good.
not bad, but it's not great.
For a pool like that, that's pretty good because you're not getting a lot. So just for the record, do you want to just deal with him? Because at this point, you have a clear advantage. You want to shove him off, or do you want to keep this going? Because you could keep it going. You can just finish him off now, or you can keep it going. It's actually up to you because it's your dream.
Robert
he's
gets
gonna-
shark armor.
He's gonna just sort of charge at him.
So just to clarify, it's him alone now.
He's sleeping right now.
Yeah, this is all happening in his dreams.
No, I mean, should I get going because, or do you still?
Oh no, I still have stuff going on. That's why I'm asking him if he wants to wrap it up because then you could just get the willpower and then we could move on.
Okay, I will wait.
But I'm asking Kara that.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I might as well get it out of the way if everyone's waiting on me. So it's like...
Like, how do you finish him off then? Yeah.
He charges at him across the ship deck and then sort of comes to like a slide. He slides along and the planks on the ship are ripping up as he slides and boom! Gives him like a fucking Mortal Kombat style uppercut and sends him flying off deck.
He flies in the sea and falls into the water and then eventually dies for the future of the real campaign. And
you are without a doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
The interesting thing is that in the actual campaign he also fought a dragon. So this is like very weird. I love it. But I was hoping to give Robert a cameo at some point. DreamWorks. So,
I mean, this was a pretty good cameo for him. We kicked ass.
Yeah. So yeah, you knock him into the water and he explodes, and then presumably you'll wake up in the morning and you get an extra willpower because of the warrior.
That was a very expensive willpower. 3 glamour for 1 willpower.
Yeah. But all the damage you took doesn't stick, so you didn't actually lose anything, I don't think.
Oh, besides the glamour, but you can get that back pretty easily.
I have to look up.
Besides glamour and a bit of ego.
I have to look up Dream Combat now because it's not in the book. So next time we do it, I'll have to get the rules for it because they didn't update them to 2E, I don't think.
Dream Combat?
Yeah, it's weird because they mention it, but then it's not actually like they don't explain.
It's described in Oneiromachi, I think.
Yeah, well, they don't. They mention that, but then they don't actually have like rules for it.
They don't?
They don't.
I thought they did. I think it was I think it was essentially that you add your weird to your attack or something.
See, that's what thought. That's why I was wondering, like, what pool am I supposed to add? But he added 1 anyway, so either way, we were correct.
Okay.
The pool would have been the same.
I'm not sure. Huh?
It wasn't really correct because you had me add
What,
1
your
off manipulation.
Your weirds 2? No, I'm
my
saying the
weird's
number.
1.
The number would have been the same either way. Is that what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. If it was presence and weird, then it would have been 4 dice right off the get-go instead.
Well, for the
of 3.
intimidation, it would be different because you're adding the bonus from the contract, so that's fine. But I'm saying, like, for the normal rolls, you were rolling 3, and then I realized you're supposed to have 4. But yeah, I'll have to figure this out.
But you had me rolling presence manipulation, not how.
No, that's still correct.
It still came out.
Yeah.
But,
anyway, yeah. So you get the extra. You already added the extra willpower. Okay, so then I want to move to. I'll move to Lisa then, because you said you wanted to work on stuff. So, what do you do once you get to your manor?
Okay, well, for starter, I will do some research to see if I can find something interesting about the many weird things that I saw today.
Okay. So let's start with you can use that condition now if you like to get that resolved, and then I think it gives you. I have to check informed because I don't.
It gives me a success if a normal success if failure, and it gives me an exceptional success if normal success.
So I would suggest using that here because then it would benefit your roll.
I will then. Plus, it gives me 1 bit, correct?
And since just to make this go faster, I'll let you know that you're allowed to make 2 research rolls, assuming you're taking the whole rest of the night to work. So you can just, but we still have to do them 1 at a time, I think, because you get new information for each roll.
Okay, I will do. Then I will do each.
So it's just a intelligence occult roll, and then you get the informed, so you get a beat from that as well.
Can I apply my library?
Yes, your library does apply. Okay. And I was going to say Mikhail can help you too, so I'm going to add that to your pool as well.
Okay. So that's intelligence. That's 4 dice.
Yeah, so just let me add his dice to that. He's
plus occult, that would be 3 dice, so 4, 6, 7, 8.
And then he's going to add 1, 2, and then I add 1 more. So he adds 3 dice to your pool as well.
Okay, so 9, 7, 9, no wait, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then the library, so that would be 12 dice.
Correct. This is something you're very good at.
Thank you.
I was going to ask also, this is worth noting too, before you roll, your retainer, did you also want him to help? Because he'd also be able to teamwork with you as well.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. So, but you would only roll 1 dice since...
Oh, 1 dice? Okay.
Well, I think...
Here you go. So you get another dice, so you're at 13.
13, okay. Well, that's a big roll.
Yes. So basically everyone in your manor is working to like, here, find me a book on forest, folklore, witches, stuff like that. We need that information.
Oh, 7 successes.
That's a critical success. Okay.
I kind of wasted my condition here.
You did, but you still get a beat.
Good point.
So there you go. So you can mark that beat real quick, and then I will tell you what happens. So let me go to that roll real quick. Okay. And then if you want to, you can also roll again if you choose for another one. But before we do that, it would be I give you the first clue first, and then you can choose if you need to roll again.
Okay, so I have written on the beat.
So even though I kind of explained like what you're looking for, you're the one who kind of tells me like what you're looking for, and then I'll give you that information based on what you rolled.
So I am looking for information on that enchantress since I spent the condition here.
Right. Okay. So my question for you would be, what's your occult rating? So I know what the cap is here.
3.
3. Okay. So that would be, let me see if you get a bonus for that. This is a exceptional. Not only does it uncover a clue with an additional, so you're going to get a clue. It's going to be +2.
Okay.
It's going to be Legends of the Enchantress.
I'm like, oh, wow, they actually have a book of this.
So you find an old storybook, like grim fairy tales type of material that talks about a witch who lives in the woods out in the country. Like it actually gives, like, it's an oddly specific like location, like it's around where Williem used to live out in the country by these specific like woods. And it talks about a woman who would, if you were to go out at night or if you were to not pay attention, you would wander into the forest, and if you weren't careful, you would be stolen away and transformed into an animal.
Okay.
And you would be punished for your sins. And it's very very Germanic type of folk tale. Like very like, morality kind of tale, like watch out for the, like Red Riding Hood, except it also has that element of like Pinocchio, like, they turn into an animal or some such, which to you seems to relate to the owl might have actually, and this is where you kind of have this twinge of horror because you realized you killed, that's why you had to roll humanity, because and you don't need to roll it again, but you do realize you've just killed a person because you kind of, maybe you would eventually kind of put 2 and 2 together, and because you got a crit and realized like, oh, well, if this was a minion of the Enchantress, then likely I have just murdered a person who was transformed into an animal, if these legends are true.
Oh my god.
You also have Dracula on your other shelf, so at this point, legends are willing to be believed.
Yeah. Okay, so...
You can choose to roll again to get other clues, but that is what you get just immediately from in trying to research them.
Okay, well, I will. Do I still get the same bonus?
It is at this point there's a -1 penalty for using the same thing twice, but you get the same people rolling to help you, so I'm going to roll that all together.
Okay, so that would be 12 dice this time. Oh wait, you do the one.
That'll be, and then I roll 2 more. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 extra dice for you from everything, and then you get library, so it adds 5, and then that's plus your intelligence occult -1. So intelligence occult +4, basically.
Intelligence and occult +4. Okay.
Mm-hmm. What are you looking for this time? Because you've already gotten, unless you're looking for something more specific.
Actually, I am looking for. Let me see something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay, +4 you said?
Mm-hmm.
So that would be 11 dice.
Correct.
Okay, and well, this time I will look for informations about the dragon.
Dragons, okay. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, dragons. Okay, that's 2 successes. That's not nothing. You still get a clue, but it's only +1.
Oh, that will do.
Yeah, that will do. So you kind of look over different pieces of folklore, pieces of information, records that the kindred have, records that your and this is where Mikhail kind of comes in because he shows you old bestiaries and books of information that he collected when he was around, in the Middle Ages, where they had records on dragons and such. So he kind of piles all this information. Your retainer, your butler helps you kind of organize everything, and you're staying up most of the night doing this before you have to go. And before you kind of run out of time, you collect some information on dragons. Essentially, that if this Erravok was a type of dragon, that he would presumably be able to take human form and walk among mortals. And you would know that, they have sharp claws and powerful fangs and the ability to breathe a breath of pure energy. They are known for being highly intelligent and possibly aggressive. Or protective of certain things. And it is often necessary to provide them with sacrifices to make them satisfied. He seemed to be very interested in the meat that was available on the table. So maybe you'd kind of put that into the equation of perhaps he figured this was some sort of sacrificial offering for him.
Okay.
And he seemed pleased by it, considering he didn't murder everybody at present.
Fair enough.
But the best way, you realize, to gain more information directly would be to speak to him on a more personal level and perhaps get a sample, because you still don't have enough information just from reading textbooks.
Okay.
You know that there's still something missing here, even if he might be a dragon. That doesn't explain why or how he came to be or what this implies about his race or his people or his kind. Do they have an entire society like Kindred do, or is he working alone? That you don't know.
All right.
You just know his features, like his, what his possible abilities might include, that sort of thing.
Okay.
So moving forward from that, I want to go to Williem, because Erravok is asleep. So for Williem, it's at this point it's nearing the early morning, about 6.
Mm-hmm.
What have you been doing for the last 2 hours?
I've kind of realized that I need a place to kind of hide out in case another owl comes and I'm not out in the open.
Okay.
So I am basically going to try to find a den to stay at.
Mm-hmm. A den is what you would call. Okay. I'm going to say that would be wit and streetwise.
All right.
But you get a -1 since you're not familiar with the city.
All right. So let me close off Robert's sheet.
Sure. You could also substitute survival if it's better for you here.
Survival is better for me here because I do not have streetwise. So
I'll say survival -1. You're more sniffing around for a place to look for. You don't actually know the city at all. But you still get a -1 because you're unfamiliar with the city.
So that is 4 dice for me.
Okay. When you get these 4 dice pools, that's when failures start to happen. That's why you guys are failing a lot.
I'm like, fuck you, I had 7 dice and I failed.
That's true. I can't speak to that.
Yeah. I had 9 dice and I failed.
I don't know what that was, okay? I've never seen that happen.
1 success. Fuck you.
There you go. Okay. So you find... Oh, I like this. I like this plan. I like this plan a lot. You find essentially not a den or a place of any kind of notable residence. You end up wandering as you smell the scent of food. You wander deeper and deeper into the northern parts of London, up the upper side, where you start to see these like long cascading sort of manors that stretch out against these gated areas. Posted against these gated areas, you see these larger kind of manor buildings, and you catch the whiff of someone that you recognize, kind of just before the sunrise. You I would assume approach the building and take a knock at Lisa's door.
Yeah. I will head over to the thing and. I'm not doing this, but little pigs, let me in.
Little pig, let me in. And Lisa's like, no, go home. Okay, I'll blow your door down.
I'm like, I wonder if there is an ability to just do that, like a contract wish.
You could make one. We'll get there. You always make one.
Can't you make a kiss with this ability?
Anyway, you get a knock at your door just before sunrise. So normally you'd have to be, leaving, but your retainer could answer it if you'd like, if you're gone. But
keep on knocking, but you can't come in.
But this would be around the point where you'd probably want to settle down. But you do get a knock, and it's not usual for you to get visitors this early. So what would you like to do, Lisa? Hello?
Lisa?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I was writing something on my sheet.
Oh, okay. Take your time.
You were saying?
I was saying William's like knocking at your door.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But it's like very early in the morning, so normally you'd be asleep. So if you want your retainer to answer the door, they probably would.
Okay, well, I guess he will, yes.
Okay. So what does he look like? Just so Dustin has an idea.
I didn't give it much thought.
Okay, so we can just say a butler.
Yes.
So a butler opens the door for you. Would he tell him that you're indisposed?
Oh, I can give his name now that I think about it. I did decide that.
Yes, you did decide on his name.
Let me check. Okay, found it. So his name Armand.
Armand, yeah.
And he is French.
Yes.
And,
I see. Would he? I was asking, would he tell Williem that you're unavailable, or that the master is unavailable?
Well, for starter, he would say, "What may I do for you?"
All right. Well, I was going to do this regardless of whose house it was, so I'm going to use hostile takeover and.
I'm gonna take over the house.
No, it's basically.
Oh, you make yourself welcome there, yeah.
Yeah, I basically become a welcome guest, everything, and like no one.
I feel like they would have done that anyway. You still want to do it, though? I understand.
I don't really know.
I think it would help you, but I mean, you wouldn't need to do it. I'm gonna say like.
Yeah, like I said, I was gonna do it regardless of whose house this was. So.
Okay.
It feels kind of weird.
Allow you to. Let me see if it would give you any other benefit.
So just to clarify, what time is it at that moment? Is the sun up?
The sun's coming up now. It'd be around dawn, basically.
So yeah, Lisa is definitely in torpor.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So hostile takeover. Let me see. The becomes she may bypass security. She does not show up on cameras. Its doors automatically open. Well, the door's already open, so I don't think you need to worry about it. Yeah. I'll say like basically you can cast it and we'll just waive it.
Okay.
Unless you happen to have the loophole, like you got something from Lisa.
I did not get anything from Lisa.
No, so that wouldn't count.
Unless you count like her scent or whatever. So
I mean, I'm gonna say that this is not necessary for you to use. So I'll say that you can cast it.
all right.
But you don't need to spend anything. It just works.
Mm-hmm.
So the door. Or would you cast it before they open the door, so it just opens for you? Like that's what I'm thinking. It'd be weird if you used it, because then the door would just fly open, and then you'd.
Yeah, I didn't realize it opens doors, so yeah, I think I'll do that. And
so you just don't want to use it, or you do? Was my question.
I do want to use it because, like, I don't know, like I said, it would be weird to be like, oh
so
yeah.
I will make you spend the glamour here.
Yeah.
If you're going to use it, and it is going to have an effect here. So you force the doors open, even though immediately as the door flies open, the butler would come to the door and it would open by itself. Mm-hmm. And you make your way inside, and Mikhail just gives you a. Well, Mikhail's not there actually, because he'd also be in torpor. So Mikhail's not there. But you make your way inside, and the butler recognizes you as if you're a member of the household. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't question the fact that you just blew the door open. You huffed and you puffed and you blew the door down.
Yeah, I guess this is the huff and puff and blow the door down.
so you blew the door down, and the butler doesn't seem to question this. He's just like, "Oh, welcome home, sir." And he allows you entry into the home. And the main sort of aspects of the manor that you take into consideration are the fact that there are books, containing occult fairy tales, and even a book of the Enchantress that's lying very recently opened.
Wait.
I think that would be in the library, probably.
Actually, there is a special effect when the mansion is my haven, so
right.
There should be a clash of will if you use the hostile takeover.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's natural.
So then I would ask Lisa, are you okay with him invading your haven, or do you want to not have that happen?
Well,
he's not your enemy. Like he's not going to wreck your home, I'm assuming.
Yeah, but does Lisa realize that? Because
that's true. It's unconscious, but I'm saying as a player. I'm not asking as a character.
I mean, I'm willing to do a clash of wills if you want.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Honestly, I think he would run anyway because, but I don't know actually. What would the clash of will be in that?
It would be for him. He has to roll weird plus your finesse. So in this case, it would be dex, wits, or.
Okay, you know what? Forget it. No clash of will. I will allow.
Okay, you'll just accept. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So he's just waiving that. So yeah, you make your way in. There is, I think, I actually, so you don't need to roll it, but you do notice there is like a resistance, when you try to push the door back, there is like a resistance to your power at first, but you push it aside, and you make your way inside, and you see. Again, in the library, there's books on the on your gentry kind of laid open. So what I would like you to do is make me a clarity roll.
All right.
I will grab it real quick. Yes. Check what your dice pool is going to be for this.
Don't I get a roll to see?
If someone's while you're asleep, I think so.
Yeah, but because I remember Kindred Sense works better inside my haven, and
correct.
That gives me a bonus to the roll to awaken if I feel an intruder.
Correct. So you would be able to roll that here.
So let's see.
I will say, let's see. This is going to be what's your thread? Because I don't remember what William's thread is.
William's thread is his thread is acceptance.
Okay, so that doesn't apply here. Yeah. Let me just check what the base dice pool is going to be then.
Actually, let me check something.
No problem. Take your time. I'm still rolling for his because once he sees the book, he has to roll clarity.
My dear just scholar, so since I made the research roll, I don't know, do I get willpower from it? Or
Your dirge is what? Sorry, I couldn't hear you clearly.
scholar.
Oh, scholar? Yeah, I would say so. I mean, technically it's supposed to be backwards, like you get it from if you risk it, but in this case I'll allow it. Yeah, I'll give you willpower back from that.
Here, back, my food is ready.
Sure.
So 1 willpower. Okay. Okay.
Huh. Okay, I like this. So I'll do 3 dice and then plus 1. So it's going to be 4. Yeah, I like 4.
Okay, so
4 works.
I think it's stamina plus resolve to see if I can wait, but no, wait, it's okay. I need 1 humanity roll to notice danger or intruder while sleeping.
Okay, so you can do that, right?
And then I think I need stamina plus resolve to awake while during the day.
Right, that's correct.
Okay, so humanity first. Okay, 4 successes.
Good. So then I'm assuming that would mean that you do notice that someone has forcibly entered your home.
I do.
Yes.
And so now I can try a roll of. I think I can try a roll of stamina plus resolve plus even to awake.
Yes, that's correct. I'm laughing because I'm imagining like you grab like a steak or something. You like get out of my house, and it's just Williem. They're like, what the? How do you find my house? Oh, I smelled you here. What? You can't just break in.
Okay, 2 successes to awake. I don't know if that means I can stay awake for a scene or if
I'll look.
Okay, thank you.
I have the page open here, so I can check. 98.
Hello.
Okay, Dustin, you need to roll 4 dice for clarity, please.
Oh, 4 dice. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me do that. They don't explode, right?
They do.
They do explode. Okay. Oh, that is scary.
And Lisa also knows you're in the room or
all
in
right.
the building, so I need to now check if they can wake up.
2 successes.
Okay, so I'll have you roll in a sec. I need to check this for them. Anytime they sleep, they stay asleep. Waking is difficult. Only direct threats. Well, in this case, hard, fast, disorienting. The blood snaps to. Dead shoves vitae when they. Did you have to roll? Do you have to roll vitae, or do you have to spend vitae on this? Success allows her to remain for a number of turns equal to your humanity.
Okay, so I can stay awake for 7 turns.
That's correct. Which is, roughly like, I'd say maybe in this kind of time stream, it'd be like maybe about 10 minutes.
Okay, so
maybe an hour if I were to stretch it, but that'd be the most I'd allow.
Okay. Well, so once I am awake, I try to hurry up. Oh crap! I just realized if it's during the day, I might get burned if I get out of.
Well, I'm assuming that your house is also prepared so that you don't have to worry about that. Like they'd have the curtains closed.
Okay, fair enough. So I get to I get out of my room to look who has just entered in my haven.
Yes. I need you, Dustin, to roll me 1 die for clarity damage.
All right. This one doesn't explode, right?
Nope, it does not.
All right.
Actually, it does. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, it does? Oh, okay.
Because it does re-roll 10s if you.
Awkwardness of. doing this one-handed.
It's fine.
All right, 1d10. And of course, I got a success.
Okay, so then you'll mark your first clarity box, please.
Yeah.
So I just want to narrate this scene for you before Lisa arrives.
Mhm.
So you get a good look at this book, and you realize it's a storybook of your that is representative of your gentry, and it fills you with horrible memories, and you almost begin to realize, like, well, maybe it was all a dream, maybe it was a story, maybe this wasn't real, maybe I'm insane, maybe this isn't. It's just a book. It's not. It couldn't be. And you're just kind of starting to fall into that delirium of, like, maybe am I in a storybook? Like, what is happening to me? Like, how is this happening? This is my, you're starting to remember things that you buried deep in your mind. You're starting to remember, you don't remember bits of your durance necessarily, but it's giving you memories, and they're painful, and you don't want to think about it. But at the same time, this book feels important to you.
Yeah.
And yet you don't want it to be just a story because you know it's real, but you know it's not real because it's just a book.
I think I'm kind of like imagining I'm kind of holding my head and like doing the knock everything off the table thing. Like,
yeah, all these stupid books on dragons just clutter to the floor. And Lisa, you hear this with your senses.
Okay, so I arrive. I hurry up when I hear someone messing up with my books.
What does Armand do when he hears the books kind of flying all over the place?
Hopefully, he goes to see what's happening.
Okay, so he sees this, and Lisa, you also enter the room.
What's going on here? You?
it's not a story. It's not.
What are you doing in my house?
Try to kind of regain focus, and well, I don't know that my like how strong the resistance is. So I was like, I'm a welcome guest. I need a room for the night.
You could have just knocked. Or better, comes by night. Or are you even standing during daytime anyway?
You're kind of confused because if he came here during the day, he would be melting, or at least singeing. I mean, he's probably high humanity, but he wouldn't. If he ran here, during the daytime, it must have been desperate.
Yeah, I look
From
at
your perspective.
Look, I don't have much time. I don't have much time before I go back to sleep, so I will only allow you to stay for the night. But please stop messing up with my books. It's very important to me.
The butler shows you to a room.
So yeah,
and then promptly helps reorganize all the books and tells you that it'll be all right. He's probably just frustrated. Maybe he's in frenzy because of the sunlight.
Okay, so once Willem has been put in a room, obviously I will go back to bed. But before I go, I take Armand apart.
Right.
Aside. Sorry.
Aside, yeah. You take him aside. You take him apart. I'm like.
Sorry. No,
that's an interesting turn of words.
Sorry, I take him aside and I tell him, okay, treat Willem like a welcome guest and take care of him, but keep an eye on him for me. There is something off about him.
Right. Yes, no problem. I will do this.
Thank you. Now I go back to sleep before I fall on the ground.
Right. You leave, and then he asks William, is there anything you require before you sleep?
Uh,
I actually want to check again if you're tired, so we'll roll that once
right.
more. That'll be stamina resolve, and then this time I'll make it -2.
all right. Stamina resolve. Okay, so I still get 3 dice.
Yeah. I just want to measure, like, how exhausted you are at this point. Because it's not really...
0 successes.
Okay. So I don't think you want to just pass out, but you're definitely, like, tired.
Just wake me for breakfast.
You're pretty sure that if you fell asleep now, you'd probably be out for most of the day.
Okay.
Nothing else.
Just food when I wake up.
Okay. I will do that. Yes. Have a nice sleep. The room around you is fairly well furnished as well. It's very high class sort of manor house. And I'm fancier than the house that you lived in even before your endurance, but you might not even remember that at this point. But it does seem familiar and comfortable to you.
I'm going to kind of
roll around on the floor, just like.
No, I was going to kind of leap on the bed and then like curl up in a ball and like
that's what
leap
I
on
was thinking.
the foot of the bed.
Okay.
Oh, that's cute.
So you fall asleep for a good long time. For the sake of this session, it might be better to end here unless Erravok wants to do something else, because I know you were mostly just sleeping the whole time. So if you want to have another scene, I'd be okay with giving one to you.
Come on, Robert, round 2.
But if you're okay, I'm okay with wrapping this up here, because I think that we accomplished most of what I wanted. I want to do more, but we can always get through that later. You guys still got plenty of beats and such, so that's good.
I definitely feel this session was fulfilling.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, so Erravok, would you like to do anything else, or would you be okay with wrapping things up?
Wrap up for now and continue next session. I
Okay.
think.
Sure. Okay, so everyone gets a beat for wrapping things up, so you'll add that now.
Okay.
And then
Because I'll try and be around when the others are around.
yeah. I'm not forcing you to. That's totally fine. We might not even do it tomorrow because it depends completely on what Silver wants. And I'm okay with that. It's just, I'm just checking to see if anyone gets any extra experience from other stuff.
I think I do, actually.
Because you did get the humanity, but we already counted those, right? Was
I have my aspiration invested.
Oh, yeah. So you get that beat as well. So you replace that aspiration, yes.
I rolled clarity, so I get a beat.
Yeah, you rolled it again, so you get another beat. That's correct.
Yeah, I have 2 experience. I can finally buy fighting finesse.
Good. Very good.
Should I wait until the next session, or can I?
You can buy it now. Well, yeah, you can buy it now. We can just assume that happens like between scenes.
Okay. And that will make another bit, and I remove the learning fighting finesse aspiration.
That's true.
Okay.
Normally I'd be like, then we have to do it in the session, but I'm okay with just saying, okay, yeah, you by doing this in the you had a fight, so it kind of counts for me that you kind of reflecting on it. If you didn't fight this session, I would have been like, we should wait, but I'm okay with. I don't like the idea of making you wait another session just to buy something that you needed for your build. Did anyone else have aspirations? Because I know that Dustin had one for the hobgoblin.
Yes.
So you'd mark that off.
Okay.
No, I got no aspiration.
Okay. Yeah, that's my bad. I didn't realize you would be asleep, but I tried to make it worthwhile, and then it ended up spiraling into.
You need to make
I
an extra
still
aspiration.
haven't went and come up with a new one yet
Okay.
since the last session.
Oh, well, that's not good. We should talk about that for sure at some point. I'm trying to look for the. Oh, advancement. Oh, there, I found it. It took me forever. Okay, hold on. Need to check for this stuff first. Advancement. Beats. Gain beats win.
So,
Each criteria. Yeah. Okay. Can you fail a roll? Yeah, we did that. Surrender. No, you didn't. No one surrendered. No one took damage. So actually, Erravok, I will count that you. Actually, no, it's rightmost. No, never mind. So you would have had to have taken like 9 health damage for that. You didn't. Anytime you take damage to your clarity, you take a beat. It's only if you took damage. So
okay.
You lose 1 beat, but you still get the other one that you got.
All right. So I'm at 4 out of 5. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's not when you roll clarity. It's only when you take clarity damage because the roll only determines if you take damage or not. Okay. But you did take damage, and now you no longer get that bonus of the perception that you had before, which is good.
Wait. That's good.
Well, that's good for me because it means you're not going to be able to see everything anymore.
Yeah. I think my bullshit build's now broken.
I think everyone is. Elisa was the only one who came out of this kind of unscathed, which I like. Because even Erravok, like near the end of the dream, he was having some, weakness, and I like that because it shows that he is not invincible. There's some doubt creeping into his mind, and I like that a lot.
Still send Sparrow overboard.
Oh yeah, no, still did, but.
Though if I kept it up, then who knows?
Who knows? Yeah. We can still talk a bit, but I think I'll leave that off camera for now. So.
I need.
And then you need to go. Okay, sure. You can go.
No. I was saying I need to pick a new aspiration.
Oh, okay. So maybe we should talk about new aspirations because I know that Erravok is missing one. I know Dustin, you just had. One taken away. So where do you guys kind of see now that the situation's changed?
Oh, that is a good question.
You lost your short-term one, so I think the new one for you should be more short-term.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what short-term one I would take.
Yeah, because now you found it kind of a place to hang out, which is sort of what I was planning from the beginning, for the record. I was planning for her haven to kind of be a base.
Yeah, just like, oh, how misfortunate that you had the one book out that would send me into a frenzy.
Yeah. I was actually thinking that it would be more likely for Erravok to be a guest, but it turned out to be Williem instead, which I find to be an interesting twist, although Erravok will come later, I'm sure. But yeah, what is Williem now that he has a place to settle down? What is he? I want to say, what does he dream about? But then we have to go into a whole other scene. So let's not. Do you want to make that your aspiration, like dream, stuff, or do you want to do something with in the city? What's your sort of goal here?
I could do a dream, sure.
Okay, so maybe you could focus your aspiration on like dreaming of something like particular, that would be we could set up that scene for next time.
Let's see. A good dream.
Well, that's too general.
Okay, I was like, wow, you ever tried to have a good dream when you can't control
Well, you can control your dreams, so it's not really. Yeah, you can make a good. That would be easy.
Go on a hunt in a dream.
Okay, sure. I'll allow it.
I was Either you allowed or you pick something here.
No. I think that's better because it's like, again, I want to kind of have a scene to set. So it's like, if I'm just like, I want a dream, it's like, okay, but that doesn't, because you want to hunt in your dreams too.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Look, when you spend 30 years doing one thing, it kind of.
That's fair. Okay, that's a good goal.
When I get obsessed with Yu-Gi-Oh, like that's the thing I dream about. Like
that's fair. I get what you're saying. It's kind of speaks to your character too, so I kind of like it. Okay. What about which one did you use, Erravok? Was it your long-term one, your short-term one? Like which one did you? Which aspiration?
It was the short-term one.
Okay. Well, that's what you should figure out now.
Actually, no, it wasn't the short-term one. It was sort of the medium one.
Right.
I guess. Because, it was gaining more, reputation sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, like your short-term now was what? I don't remember exactly.
Looking for something that pays.
Right. Okay. That was going to be that'd still be easy for you to do. But like, and I know what your long term is, but then you sort of have to keep filling that gap. So like, you're now kind of have a respect and a position among these cultists. You still have the option of accepting that offer with the cult that you haven't really followed up on. You have the situation. You're right now. You're in a hotel. You're not really sure where you're going to go from here. So once you have the money from this job, what would you put it into? I guess that'd be a good way of kind of figuring out what your medium term is. Like because you want money, but for what reason what would you use the money for?
Oh, you need money for all sorts of things,
Of course,
the currency of the realm,
Right, but if there's something particular. He just wants to be able to. I actually sorry, I'm interrupting, but this thought just came into my head. I like the idea that as a slave, he wants to become independent, and have his own money so that he can support himself. Like, that's a good goal, I think, because it speaks to, but that's kind of just what I thought of. I'm like, well, why would he want money? Well, maybe it's not the money itself, but it's the principle of it. Because you're not allowed to own property or have any rights as a slave, so maybe it's just more you want money so you can be independent and live by your, work on your own and be by yourself. That kind of thing, perhaps. It's one idea.
By the way, I imagine Williem when he wakes up.
Oh, you posted something?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Cute.
That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. That's funny. Just you hit the wall. You fly out the window But yeah, so would that be his end goal? Is more I just want money so I can be independent, or did you have something specific you wanted to buy?
There's certainly an independence there, but it's a means of getting him established. It's
so that's basically the same principle. So getting your medium goal, but it'd be hard for me. So I could I think we could make it so you could you want to earn resources so that you can stand on your own 2 feet kind of thing. So your goal would be to earn a resources 1 just so you could have some financial independence. Yeah. So that would be your medium term 1.
Quick question about weapon finesse. Do you actually need to have a specialty in the thing to use it, or?
Let me check. Oh, you mean does it only apply to the specialty? Is that what you're asking? Let me check.
Because I might be confusing it with like the D&D finesse. Like,
No, it's not. Well, it might be similar, but I had to check. What page is it on?
let's see here. It was
I need to know that source.
page 61 of C of D.
Okay, 61. Got it. Here we go. Let me open it right now. I have it in front of me. Okay, so it says a specialty in weapons. Choose a specialty when you purchase this merit. So yeah, it only applies to that specialty.
Okay. So if I didn't have a specialty, I would choose one, and then I would...
No, so if you don't have a specialty that you want to apply, so like if you don't have claws or something like that, then you would have to get the specialty first and then...
Oh, okay, so yeah, I'll just get a specialty then this time.
Okay. I think that only costs you 1 point.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, you're right, so...
Okay. So you need to get the specialty first.
Yeah. It's kind of annoying because I don't have to get it again for, like, if I want to use weapons with it.
Unless you get interdisciplinary.
I could get interdisciplinary.
Well, that if you're getting like claws, then you can't use interdisciplinary with weapons.
I mean,
because you can't use you can't use claws and weaponry with using brawl. Like it doesn't make sense.
I can counter your point here.
I would classify claw as brawl rather than weaponry personally.
That's not how that works. I was saying what you could do is get a more general specialty, so it's not claws, it's like doing something else.
Hold on. I'm getting something for you.
How about best assault?
No, but what would you call this?
Right, but those are claw blades. That's different. That's a type of weapon.
I would still call it a claw.
No, I know, but it's not the same. I know what you're trying to say, but it's not the same thing.
Actually, I think there is actually a thing because, like, with my elemental weapons, it says if I'm using brawl, I can like make gauntlets or something like that. And
right,
use that.
But that's a different. So it doesn't mean that you use. It means you're using brawl with a weapon. It doesn't mean that you're using because you can use brawl with weapons. But weaponry is like anything that isn't using your hands. So like if you have claws or teeth, that counts as brawl. But if you're using like a sword, that's weaponry. But like I said, what you could do with the specialty is you could make it more general, and then interdisciplinary would apply.
All right,
so you could be like, oh, I want a brawl specialty in like grappling, and then you could apply that to weaponry still by grappling someone with a weapon.
Okay.
That's weird, but that's not really the best example I could think of. But like,
how about slashing?
That's too general. Slashing would be so specific. You know that's so general because you could just say any sword would be.
How about just fight like a beast?
Like brutal fighting, yeah, that would count.
Okay.
Like bestial, like you could put bestial under, but then I feel like that would apply in every case. Like it'd be weird, but I could see it being a specific thing for weapons, but not really for brawl because it's like I could see it. I guess. I mean, I'll look up brawl specialties. I'll give you a better idea.
Yeah.
Lisa, do you have any ideas for your aspiration?
I don't know. I am thinking. For starter, do I still keep investigate the local fauna?
No, so you could remove that because that's you've already done that. So you
so that's 2 aspirations to add now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say so. Like Dustin, you have like examples include boxing, wrestling. It's gonna take wrestling, dirty fighting, kicks, karate. You know, different types of styles, throwing, that kind of stuff.
Okay, how about finding more about Williem's story?
Sure. Well, you've already done that, so you don't need to do that. You've already accomplished that.
Okay, let me rephrase that.
Sure.
finding out what Willem, because that part I am still not sure.
Sure, that would help. Yeah, you could do that very easily next session for sure. So you could add that in.
Okay. What should I do for the third one? I already have one related to my fiancé, so that's not an option. Feeding would be too obvious. I already did one for.
Well, maybe because I was suggesting something with Erravok, you could add that in too. Because even though you have some information about dragons, you'd probably still want to, speak to him about it.
How about interrogate him about?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh crap! Oh, I have some difficulties remembering how his name is written.
Erravok is ERR AVOK.
Thank you.
Yeah, his name was hard for me to spell at first, but then I got it down. Okay, good job, team.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3 aspiration.
Good job.
And
That was tough. I wanted both of the PCs, but that's a good situation. I wanted you guys to get closer together, so we're getting there. I wanted to do it all this session, but we obviously didn't have the capability. But we'll get there.
Good. Well, I guess I will get going now. Thank you for this.
Okay, I'll see you.
Yeah.